Morning, Seekers. I'm here. Just had my breakfast. My hair's soaking wet. Because I'm trying to get some wave out of it today, and I don't want it all blown out. Ugh. I gotta clean my glasses. I buy a ton of these. So, good morning. How is everybody? Welcome to Wacky Wednesday. I gotta clean these so I can see. Too many smudge marks. Whoa, crystal clear. Hello, Bella, Maureen, Elfina Show, Bella Sky, Beatrice, Milana Lean, Shady Bouger. You woke at 5. Well, go back to bed. You're a grown up. Nobody should make you get up that early. Nobody. Hi, Kels Bells. I went to sleep early and, I was asleep by 11, which is unheard of for me. Usually it's midnight or so. Hi, Jarella. And, slept a full 8 hours. Look at me, living my best life. Hi, Vert Femme, tired as F. Clove, Ellen. Showered, had my breakfast, my vitamins, trying to just get my hair to just be wavy today. Oh my God. Okay, so we have whoa, the whole state of Michigan. Listen, I don't even know where a part of this mitt there is not going to be a devastating winter storm. Okay, so I have a list of things I got to go get today because it starts tomorrow. So if they say, oh, Thursday, tonight, 1 a.m., right? Or is it Thursday, Friday, 1 a.m. into all day Friday? I don't even know. I have to look again. But anyway, we're getting hit. We're going to get hit hard. And I'm going to need some provincials, okay? You're preparing too? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I can do if electricity goes out and heat goes out because I don't have a generator. We'll have to get in max. We've already talked about it. We'll have to get in max. So I'm filling up the car with gas and we're filling up max. Yeah, it's going to be cold. I mean, we're not getting into too cold, but we're getting a blizzard, high winds and snow. So that's really bad. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? So don't stress about it. Go figure out what you can do. Go buy those hand warmers, with the heat built in, little battery pack in them. There's a lot of things you can do. I hate the wind too. That's what causes the problems, right? Electricity. But we have somewhere to go. If it takes us all damn day, I ain't going. I want to brave it out because it's only supposed to last 48 hours. You know what I mean? I know up to 12 feet of snow in some areas. See, it's hard to predict because you can predict a snowstorm, but you can't predict totals when there's winds involved and Lake Michigan and Lake Superior and Lake Huron, Lake Erie. We're surrounded. And that wind is going to lift that water up and just make it worse. Cindy Lou Hoo Hoo, thank you so much for bringing Willie back to life. He's a happy goat. Yeah, the Upper Peninsula is getting slammed. Pretty much all of Michigan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only part that looked like it might be okay, about in here. About right in there. You have family in Royal Oak? Yeah, they're underneath it too. I wish I could think of something to help. No, it is what it is. Water sprays up to 18 feet. Yeah, anybody on the coastline of Lake Michigan, yeah, it's not going to be good. No. The UP, nope. So we just got to buckle up, buttercup. Right? So I am going to do a lot of prepping today, and it's good prep anyway. I'm going to go get some cases of water. I am going to make spaghetti. I'm going to have that easily heatable on our camping stove. I have lots of like mandarin oranges. I have bananas. I got all kinds of food that you can just eat raw, right? My dogs don't go outside. That's cute. No. They're chihuahuas. They run out. They go to the bathroom. They stare at me the whole time, making sure I'm watching them, right? And they run back in. This is what my dogs do. And in the winter, in the basement, they have little pee pads. So if they don't go poo out there, they do it on their puppy pads. They've been trained. So they can't. They could die out there. Winter's not their friend. Oh, you meant everybody. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a given. So anyway, that's pretty much the updates. I am working on getting my store open for just an inventory of items, and then I close it back down, and then I think of something else. But I will be putting in the horizontal cross, smoky quartz bracelets. I have some other ones. Actually, I'm going to be doing some healing bead bracelets. I'm going to be doing the, oh my God, the aquamarine tiger's eye stone. I ordered a lot of stones from my bead lady. Let's just put it that way. And I'm going to have healing stone bracelets. So men, I'm going to be doing the hematite. Women, I'm going to be doing, and men can do the aquamarine tiger's eye. So I am going to have some healing bracelets and, of course, rose quartz. And I'm looking into just some fun crystal bracelets, just playing around. Because they're so pretty when you just wear them out and they shimmer, right? So I'm just going to work on some stuff. And yeah, here's the rose quartz. Gorgeous, by the way. Wouldn't this be beautiful? Like bridesmaid jewelry, right? Wait, did you say you were opening? Yes, I'm going to have face cream and rose clay face bars, and I'm going to have the leave-in hair conditioner, my hottest sellers. And then bracelets, and oh my God, I am making flat post beautiful earrings, because I wear danglies, but I'm getting old, so it kind of pulls on the, I mean, these have no weight to them. I've made these in my store, but I'm gonna do the flat posts, and mine are hypoallergenic. I don't care what anyone says. There isn't not even a fragment of nickel, because I'm allergic to nickel highly. I can wear these for months and nothing. And I do the posts. I make the earrings. And I'm making some that will, like, you'll love them. You'll love them. Trust me. Because I'm in love with them. I can't wait to make them. I'm just waiting for my bead lady to go, hey, your stuff's here. Your dangly. Yeah. But see how they pull on the hole? So there's that. Anyway, we got enough people in here. I thought we would take a little ride down memory lane. Right? God, I should have done my eyebrows. I figured we'd take a little ride down memory lane, because we already covered yesterday when Dee Dee showed up, you know, a year ago, 11 months ago. And Chantal was just starting to flip out, right? But was she really flipping out? Because she did a lot of laughing. Like, right, she kept showing up when Dee Dee was there. We had the whole Popo involved with the CPAP rescue. But I don't know, like, it's up to you to see what you want to see, or read the body language, or look at the behavior. So now I wanted to see the behavior that day that literally led up to going to the police station and filing an essay report. You hear what I'm saying? I want to see, because this would be months after the supposed incident. And then what pushed her to go file a report? Now, I already hear the Beezers. Right now, she's live, right? And, of course, it's... But the Beezers are in there saying, you should file a police report on FFG. So, And then she's like, do you think I should? Y'all love to troll her, don't you? You act like... Yeah, exactly, tired AF. I think we're going to see a repeat. Yeah, that's what they're telling her to do. Because FFG goes at her, and she don't like it. Whoa! It's the internet. People go at you everywhere because of things that you do, like what I'm about to show. So, we're going to look at... Yeah, she's stuffing Hardee's. The niqab came off, the mukbang came back. I can't do the mukbangs. I mean, they're not as bad as her old videos. We can cover that, too, of how bad they used to be. Yeah, protective order. So FFG won't do a drive-by on her in Kuwait, right? So FFG can't get on a plane, fly to Kuwait. She won't, anyway. Yeah, I may have played a part in that. Tired AF! Which one? The flashback or today's? You in there trolling. See? Honest to God. I love going back because we're going to build up a timeline of... Yeah. Because think about this. Like right now she's with Salah. She's in Kuwait. Ooh, I've never been so happy in my life. Right? But she's sneaking behind the scenes on Natter's live streams saying things like, you know, Dee, you know if I came back and wanted him, I could have him and you know it. And she was saying, I can say anything I want to someone who stole my man. So when you're saying these things in your Kuwait and the happiest you've ever been, it makes people go, what's up? Of course she's got an open chat. It'll look pretty silly if your chat's not moving, right? You're still trying to recover from her Cuba. You binge watched her Cuba stuff? Yeah. Wow. That was one for the records. So anyway, we're trying to figure out, does she do spontaneous things? Like, she just be driving, right? Having a good old day, laughing. And then she just spontaneously combusts and ends up in the parking lot of the police station. For content. Kind of like when you end up inside of a mosque. For content. Right? Putting your finger through bullet holes. Oh my God. For content. So we're trying to figure out if all this was just for content. Okay, so we're going to get this started. Now remember, we are months after the incident. Dee shows up. He tells her, go find someone else. Leave me alone. I've had enough. But she don't stop. Listen, Dee won. No way! Right? So, it's a whole thing. So, now we know, at this point, when she's in her car, driving around in the morning, we know for a fact that Dee or Nader has said that he's going to move to Montreal. And we know for a fact, Foodie said, we'll see about that. Whoa! I mean, yeah, this was epic. I was here live for this one. This was epic. All right, so we're going to do some lights. Camera. This is Just Saying. Just Saying's channel. Okay, Just Saying. Thank you for the archive. And we also know Nader was going to file a restraining order on this day against her. So she couldn't show up at the trap house anymore. So she wanted to beat him to the police station and file her own report. Oh my God. Oh, how dare you file a restraining order against me. But Nader didn't. He was making eggs on a live stream and he said he was going to go across the street and file a restraining order on her, right? So it prompted her to get up pretty early in the snow, get in her car, and off we go, people. I got to turn up this volume. All right. Let's see how the events occurred. Oh, shit. I got to push it over here.
Good thing, because people were blowing it up. By the way, check this out. Wait, I have hives. I might have to go back to the clinic. I think I have hives. From the antibiotics, maybe.
Or bed bugs. Bed bugs. Bed bugs.
and live stream. And how cute. Making breakfast before taking action.
So that was the name of Notter's Live. Making breakfast before taking action, which meant he was going to go and file a restraining order on her. That's what he was saying while he was making breakfast. So she got this in her head, and she got right in her car. She didn't even care that she was showing that's where she lives. She's just pulling out of the complex.
This guy is like unbelievable. It just keeps getting worse. I'm at my wit's end. I cannot handle anymore. You need to F off. Like, you're gonna go and take action against me for what? I didn't delete your video. I don't.
He was mad because he accused her of deleting his video. And remember when she said she had no access to his YouTube? Okay.
You even said so yourself. I changed my password. She has a link to my account. You're letting your...
So the truth is, he said that he changed his password and she had no rights to his account. But was that before or after she deleted videos? We don't know. Yeah, this is the next morning that she went to get her CPAP. So we're just following forward from where we left off.
Starbucks. Oh no, I gotta get gas. Sorry. You're letting your little minions get in your head. I did not delete your video. I don't have access to your account. Contact YouTube and prove it. Actually, I'm really, really, really looking forward to that.
So she's in the car. Now, when somebody typically goes in and files an SA report, it is generally right after, or even a DV, it is right after a horrible incident, right? I mean, just boom, right now. But this is months later. And this is after the CPAP rescue where she got embarrassed because Dee Dee was there. She went there. The cops showed up, blah, blah, blah. So the next morning, Natter's like, that's it. I'm filing a restraining order so she can't drive here anymore. So we're on our way to Starbucks. No mention of a police station yet.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay? So your paranoia, you need to like lay off the drugs or something, okay? I don't know what your problem is, but you're paranoid. Number 2.
Talk about paranoid. She was paranoid he was moving to Montreal.
Anyone with $20.
Yeah, she didn't even change her clothes. It's the same shirt.
I could pay someone $20, they could do the same job. Real nice. Real nice attitude after hours of editing for you.
Well, your editing is not very stellar, we should say. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably right. He could pay somebody $20 to edit his videos, for sure. Or he could just watch a quick YouTube video and download iMovie on his iPad, right? And he could do it himself.
And the fact that you have $4,000 right now is because you can channel that you're earning ad revenue from.
Now, he don't make $4,000. I'm going to assume you gave him $4,000. Or he saved the money that you gave him. Probably. That seems more like Notter. If you were paying him $2,000 a month to be starfished, right? I'm going to assume he just saved it. He's probably one of those people. Like, he ain't out there, you know, he cooks his own food. He's not out there buying Starbucks every day and mukbanging and going to Pennington's and doing Amazon hauls, right? So he probably was tucking away the money you were giving him. He's probably one of those people that will save every dime.
You ungrateful prick. So if anyone can do it, then do it. Edit your videos.
She's mad. She's mad. Because the life she had with him is gone because of Dee Dee. Well, it's actually because of Nader, but she thinks it's because of Dee Dee.
Unbelievable.
The worst thing he could have said is, yeah, Dee Dee's gonna edit my videos now. That would have been the worst thing he could have said.
And yes, I gave you.
Hold on. All right, hold on. We gotta, every time I go live, somebody calls me. So now I gotta play this back a little bit because I glitched it. And I'll be lucky if the lips even match up with what she's saying. Nad said he never claimed her. He even said he claimed her 7 days in Toronto. But after that, he said he just couldn't handle it anymore. So there was that.
Edit your videos. Unbelievable. And yes, people who are saying, well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah, because I forget.
Ooh, nugget. So people are saying she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. She goes, well, yeah. Do you need to hear that again? Let's listen to it again.
Frick. So if anyone can do it, then do it. Edit your videos. Unbelievable.
See, that was the control she had over him, was editing his videos. She got to go and film it, and she got to, eat the food for free, which he said. He said our agreement was I would feed her my food if she filmed and edited my videos. But she wouldn't get them up on time and all kinds of stuff. So she definitely had access to his YouTube. Now she don't, but she did then. So listen what she says right now.
And yes, people who are saying, well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah, because I forgave you. You forgave me for talking about you online. I forgave you for all of the abusive shit you did to me. You don't remember that, right? You want me to list it online? I don't think so.
I think you should have. Before you did this, I think you should have had story time, like in detail, because you were still holding on to hope that you knew his worst fear is going back to prison, right? You know that. And because he's on probation, he can't afford somebody to make police reports on him, right? So I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's a good guy by any means, but you should have never went back. It would have been way more credible that you were literally traumatized. But the fact you're in your car raging at your abuser is kind of weird, especially if it's not about the police. It's about YouTube. This is weird. I mean, it's not about the abuse. It's about YouTube. And Dee Dee, this is weird.
How do you know how much I make? How much he makes? I'm just going based off of... Because when he first started, I was seeing how much. Like, I would go into his studio to help him.
So when he first started, you're going to try to say he was making $4,000. Yeah, he's not even making $4,000 today. So this is already a lie. You're trying to make up a story to fit what you just said about $4,000. I don't even think there was a $4,000 unless you paid him $2,000 and then $2,000 again, which seems to fit in line with $4,000.
To help him do his videos.
Yeah, so he was paying you. You were paying him to do his videos because he wasn't making $4,000 on YouTube. Do you know how long it takes to make $4,000 on YouTube a month? You should know, Foodie Beauty. When you started mukbanging, it took a while. That when his channel was fresh, he wasn't even monetized.
Like, to edit, I have to go in there, right? And while I had...
So to edit, you had access to his YouTube channel, which you told us you didn't. Anybody can make a YouTube channel. I didn't make it for him. Well, that's weird.
This with his account. The only time I ever... He's not going to let this go. When he thinks I deleted one of his videos, that's all he focuses on.
Because you had access to his account.
Like, if he doesn't care about what he does wrong, he's not wrong at all in this relationship.
So I see we're not going to talk about the YouTube thing. Okay. We just diverted away from it. Okay.
At all in life, period, with anybody. So, anyway.
Anyway, enough of that.
I'm just assuming he might even make more than that now. I don't know how much he definitively, like, I don't know for sure how much he made.
Yeah, exactly. We only know what you were paying him to starfish him. Because he even said it was a business deal.
But roughly, like, the last time I saw it, it was around that. So
no way. He only has 8,000 subscribers. And his views were, at best, only when you two are fighting. It still wouldn't. No way. Bullshit.
That's why, I don't know. It's kind of a guess. Like, you're so ungrateful. I only deleted one vid, like, I admitted to that, like, a long time ago, whenever I was...
See, you did delete a video.
...him with his account.
And you shut down the one cooking video he was doing live with Dee Dee, and so he had to make new food and film that live.
Talking all kinds of shit about me in that video. Like, you are the most ungrateful...
That's the one thing you hate. You hate when people talk about you, but you love the attention, and you sit and talk shit about everybody. I mean, you and Nags are friends now, but you ran him through the mud. You've ran so many people through the mud, and then it's just supposed to be forgotten about, but you'll drag FFG all the way till you shut her channel down. That doesn't even make sense. Everybody has a place on YouTube. Reaction channels, critics, cooking channels, and you know what I mean? Crochet, the drama community. I mean, the drama community does that to each other. They like cuss each other out. They create new enemies. And then they spend all their time going real life on each other, trying to shut each other up. It doesn't even make sense to me.
Grateful asshole I've ever met in my life. Like, I can't believe that. Oh, and you just, what? You want recognition for helping me? Oh.
See, you're sitting here talking shit about him. And Dee Dee never did anything to you. Nader just chose her over you. And you have dragged that woman through the mud. Her job, her mother's nursing home. But everybody's supposed to just forget about that. Thank God the archives are out there.
Oh, maybe. That would be nice instead of just being screamed at all the time. I talk 100...
So that was your abuse. He screamed at you all the time. And you said today that Salah doesn't scream at you, and there's times you're surprised he hasn't because of the way you've acted. So that's just weird. Why do you act like that? I mean, when you're in a relationship, it's give and take. It's not, I gave you this, and now I expect this. Yeah, that's not a good relationship at all.
You talk one?
It's kind of like, if I'm going to help you get papers, you better bring me fast food. And the other thing she said today, where I was like, huh. She said, oh, he always calls me and asks me if I want anything to eat, and then he brings it here for me. So he's not living with you then. That's my guess.
So my way of hurting you is talking online. Your way of hurting me is behind the scenes. Sorry, you don't get to choose how I deal with what you do to me behind the scenes.
There you go. And you, Foodie Beauty, don't get to choose how reaction channels react to your content. You don't get to choose. Now, I will never say, I go after the content. I don't, I don't even play like some people play, where, they attack your family and shit. I don't believe in any of that. That's weird.
You don't get to choose that. You do what you do, and there's consequences for it. I don't know if you know that. Like, grow up, maybe. We'll see. You are hanging out with a 50-year-old. Why doesn't she do these things in life?
Why you age shaming Dee Dee? And she's not 50, is she? She's like 40-something. I don't know how old she is. But even if she is 50, so what? You're almost 40. I hope you know that.
Oh, I fucking hate people. I mean, seriously. Like, I don't know how a grown adult can handle being with this guy for like 3 weeks.
Ma'am, are you not a grown adult? You were with him. You went to Toronto with him, so you weren't too afraid of him. If you went on vacation, bought your own engagement ring, dreamed about renting a cabin in the woods, all your beezers were telling you to stay away from him, but you kept driving back and driving back and driving back and driving back. And you put it like, yeah, we break up a lot. But you never put it as, he's my abuser, until Dee Dee showed up.
Like just watching him whine in bed all day, smoking, coughing. Ew, and every time I hear him cough, PTSD, trust me.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. That's a very strong word for people who really, really, really are suffering.
Trauma, coughing trauma. Like, just get rid of my stuff. You think that you're gonna go file a restraining order? They're gonna look at your videos, moron.
I know, Shady, I know you got bad juju with Nags, I get it, but he's not even a part of this community. He's inserted himself like Yo Mama has, but I mean, honestly, he's from the hater nation. He's from the drama community. And of course, he's going to be full of drama. That's what he's used to. So maybe the drama community's falling apart. I don't know, because they're all heading over to the girl world. But, I mean, if they're going to, it just won't last. I mean, because if you're just about being mean and ugly and you know, threatening people, that just don't fly over here.
And they're gonna see you making fun of me all night with my clothes. You look like an obsessed loser. And you're gonna go and report me. You're gonna go to the police and be like, she deleted my YouTube video. Do you have
Is that what? See? It's all about YouTube.
this, sir? And nobody gives a shit about your YouTube video that would make $12. Nobody cares about your $12.
But wait a minute. I thought he was making $4,000 a month, so that video would have been worth way more than $12. Make up your mind.
Video. You want me to apologize for talking shit about you online? What about my apology? I get and I get treated like shit for me.
What about me? What about me? What about me?
Every day of the
Foodie, no offense, but you've done some really shitty, vile shit and said some horrible stuff to good people, and you have yet to ever give an apology. So there's that.
When I'm there.
Oh my God.
It's bullshit, actually. And I'm not fucking standing for it.
How can you be taken seriously when you're trying to rage about Nader? And look at this. Honest to God. This is the Foodie I miss right here. Oh my God.
Actually, anymore, period. So, you can play this game.
Aren't those the bangs? Aren't those the bangs? Two can play this game, she said. Did you hear that? Two can play this game. Let's back it up, because this is funny anyway.
And I'm good at playing games, so you know what? What the fuck?
Wait, I gotta back it up.
You making fun of me all night with my clothes. You look like an obsessed loser.
So he was making fun of her all night.
And you're gonna go and report me? You're gonna go to the police and be like, she deleted my YouTube video. Do you have proof of this, sir?
It is not a game. What do you mean, AL? Why don't you try to put a sentence together? I don't understand what you're saying. It is not a game. What's not a game? Nader and Dee Dee and Chantal? What's not a game? Every time I cover Foodie Beauty, I end up with one of her flying monkeys. So I just would love to have a great conversation with them. DV. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, it's not a game, AL. No, it's not. And you don't use it. Oh, man. She knows what he went to jail for. Right? She knows what he went to jail for. She knows what he's on probation for. And, yeah, how easy could you seek revenge on somebody? Whoa. That's playing with fire, girl.
Your YouTube video that would make $12. Nobody cares about your $12 YouTube video. You want me to apologize for talking shit about you online? What about my apology? I get and I get treated like shit from you every day of the week when I'm there.
When I'm there. Every day of the week when I'm there. So as you kept driving back for more abuse. You didn't live with him. You weren't married to him. You didn't have kids together. You had your own money, your own house. He doesn't even have a car. Okay.
It's bullshit, actually.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not fucking standing for it. Actually, anymore. Period.
I'm not standing for it anymore. Okay.
So, you can play this game.
Yeah.
And I'm good at playing games, so you know what?
Ma'am, I think those are the bangs. I think that's the back. Yeah. You know what most women do when they put on a wig, but not Chantal? Chantal reaches behind her with her baby arms, right? She snatches up one of the wigs on the floor, pulls it to the front seat, right? And then she just throws it on her head. Most women, they figure out what's the front and the back, they turn it around, they tip their head down and put it on and flip it. But not Chantal, that's the gold. Yeah, go to Starbucks like that.
I'm trying to be serious!
No matter what you say, she will always be a YouTube performance artist playing a character first before anything serious.
Like, Natty acts like he's the superhero protecting his groupies. Oh, don't you talk about Diana Lynn or Corvina. Don't you talk about my harem.
Good God, woman.
Oh, no. My name is Jennifer. You have some fucking nerve.
The finished result, people. She cut that damn thing. And it looks absolutely hideous. I have never seen a part go that high up on a head. Oh my God. I'll tell you one thing I gotta give her. She was funny.
Oh, that eye doxed her? What? So he deleted his own video and probably blamed it on me because he wants to try to get back at me somehow. Don't fuck with me, okay? Word of advice. So smart was Diana. After complaining, she then told everyone her sister's name in capitals just so we were all clear. She's an idiot. What's wrong? Boomer doesn't know how to use technology?
Boomer, really? Where'd you learn that? TikTok or Twitter? A boomer. A boomer. Do you even know what age a boomer is? Of course you don't. They're older than me. They're older than me. They're your grandma's age. Go call grandma boomer.
Hey, it's not my fault your geriatric lovers don't know how to use technology, okay?
Geriatric, age shaming, but people fat shame you. That's something. Yeah, Nader didn't want you. He just wanted the money. I do believe Nader would have married her for the money if she wouldn't have been so problematic and emotional and needy and whiny.
So eat crap. Yeah, and where she works, she doxed herself. So I have to pay.
No, it was the Cuba rage. Nobody knew where Dee Dee worked. Nobody. Nice try, though, Beezer.
Stupid idiot members doxing themselves? Ugh. Ugh. As you say when you touch my underwear. Ugh. You're ugh. You're a big time ugh. You didn't sleep 2 hours? Oh, baby. I slept like a fucking baby last night. I slept like a...
Really? Even after all the trauma that you're about to go report? Good to know that you were able to get over it and then relive it again.
Baby. He's on his way to the courthouse?
Here we go. Here we go. Somebody said Nader's on his way to the courthouse, which he wasn't.
If he really is, I'm going to the police station right now.
See? While she drinks a Starbucks. So, if you don't believe the Beezers are writing the script of this story, getting her worked up, causing her to rage and go after people, and because they're bored. When they get bored, they stir shit up. That's what they pay for. So she should definitely check things out before she just acts on her chat. Now she's mad.
I feel like I don't have any like justice or closure, and I feel like a huge injustice has been done to me. So maybe I won't rest until.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! She didn't feel like she had closure. So a woman scorned, perhaps.
Maybe like going to the police station and just like telling my whole story will just cement everything and end everything for me.
Ooh, that was cocky, was it not? This isn't a woman with tears running down her face who's been in therapy for abuse. This is a woman in her car, pissed off that he's threatening to get a restraining order on her so she can't ever drive back to his house. Okay.
That'll be it.
But you decide.
Deal with everything. Early on when I first got with him, he was on the phone with his first probation officer, and the probation officer heard my voice in the background, and was like, who's this? Who's that? And then he's like, oh, it's my girlfriend or whatever.
So he didn't say girlfriend. He said whatever.
And the probation officer...
Nader actually told her this. He told her, go and think alone without... Yeah, that's what he said. He said, go somewhere, sit down, and think about what you're doing without these people. And he meant the chat. Because the chat always made her go do things. Like, she was sitting there. They're like, you should go get your CPAP. She said, do you think I should go get it? And they were egging her on. So she got in the car and went over there and made more content. I know, it's so crazy, all of it. That's why I treat it like a soap opera. A TV show of sorts.
The officer was like, does she know about Delphine? And at the time I was like, what? Like at the time,
Yes, she did. You did learn about Delphine, and you know who you learned it from? FFG. FFG reached out to you and let you know what he did in the past. And then you called her a liar after you asked Nader. But then you found out the truth. Did you ever apologize to FFG for trying to help you learn something so you wouldn't go back? No.
I can't believe I just brushed that off. Does she know about your past with, basically, does she know about your past with domestic violence, basically? And me, I'm just like, oh, la la la. Hi, probation officer, nice to meet you. That's literally like what I said too.
Wow. Really? Really? That's weird.
Like, sorry, I never had a criminal boyfriend before in my life.
And you're still obsessed with him, right? Even in Kuwait.
Not one for that reason, so no, I didn't know. And for me, when it came with that, didn't set off any red flags because day 2 he had already conditioned me.
You don't seem like someone that can be conditioned. I'm sorry. Just because it was the best sex you ever had in your life, which you admitted a few times, right? Right? The best you ever had. I mean, I can imagine Pete's. BB wasn't interested, really. And you had a couple weird one-night stands, supposedly. Those could be just stories. But the Nader thing was real. So I don't think it was conditioning. I think he was the first one to give you the big oh! The big oh! Where you did that. Then it became your addiction, like Burger King.
By telling me all his wonderful story, his sob story about how Delphine set him up and kidnapped him and blah, blah, blah. Always the fucking victim. Always the victim.
Speaking of which, what's gonna happen? Like I was saying, so she's in Kuwait. Salah's the greatest. He's never even raised his voice to me. He's never been. I've seen him change looks like on a dime, and it's scary. I gotta be honest, it is scary. Whoa. Anyway, can you see it? Like she I'm the happiest I've ever been. She comes back to Canada, and then she wants to stay home, get high, lose the hijab, lose the abaya, hang out with Pete, never leave Canada again, and can you see this new storyline coming where I couldn't tell you guys while I was there. I was in fear of my life and blah, blah. He made me go to that Martyrs Museum. Like, I'm afraid that this will happen. And then I'm afraid that maybe Salah has connections and this could be really, really playing with fire. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, if you're married to the dude, good for you. But I would stay off the live streams talking shit about people because people, they're going to go, oh, man, all this could end up really bad, Foodie Beauty. And I'm being honest with you. I miss the fun, old Foodie Beauty, dumpster diving, being silly at home. But this stuff is just dangerous. All of this. All of it. If you were really afraid of Nader, I just don't believe you would have ever went back over and over and over and slandering him on the internet and da-da-da-da-da. And then now on this day, mad about the whole Didi thing and you look bad because he's going to file a restraining order and how dare him, I'll get him back. Like, none of this looks good. Good morning, Freaking the Sheets.
I'm the new sub story to tell women to...
Can you imagine?
Tomorrow?
Can you imagine, though, like, not thinking that anything bad could ever happen to you? Oh, my God. And getting involved with possible people that is not good? Oh, my God.
About... Yeah!
I mean, I'm just... Okay. So if we're going to go sightseeing, this is one of my problems, my concerns for her. Good morning, Chef Leftovers. My concern is, if you're going to go sightseeing, why would you choose a place that is extremism? It is extremism. That is so frightening to me. That is so frightening to me. I don't know if you know the possible. Never mind.
You look at Delphine Dyson, Dyson. If you look at her Facebook, her most recent picture before she died, she had a shaved head.
Why are we talking about? Never mind.
She probably lost her shit. I used to think she was the
You have a shaved head. Did you lose your shit, or was it just freeing to shave your head? This is weird. This is so weird. Did you see her picture and then shave your head? Like, oh my God. Like, sometimes there's some depths that I just want to poo-poo when it comes to her.
Bad guy. He made me think that. And now I'm not so sure. And actually, I'm going to be... Never mind. Oh, no. I know someone who knows her.
Yeah, so she went to Starbucks. She's picking her nose before she eats. And then she went and got something to eat. All this, most people that go file a police report are pretty hyped up. They're crying, they're scared, they don't know what to do, but they don't want their abuser to, they gotta alert the police because they're scared. No, she just, Starbucks, pink drink, let's have a mukbang. You know what I'm saying? It was bizarre as hell. Okay, good.
Show to
Oh, good.
Delphine's daughter, Paige. Sad story. Really?
Now, you are using this to really piss off your abuser. Who would bring up this woman and her daughter? Oh, my God. And it had nothing to do with you.
He still has you scared to tell everything or even go to the police. He won't even feel free till you let go all his control. I've been there. British at Reeby's for 7 months. I'm a little bit, yeah, because I don't know. I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to do anything legal.
See, the reason she didn't get deep into that is because she knows she had full control over Nutter. She would just send him money over apps. When he was mad at her, she would be like, because he even said it. He said, she just randomly send me money. And, you know, like that was her way of, well, I did this, so can I come over? It was bizarre. He told everything. And then he got to the point where he just didn't want her showing up anymore. So this was after the CPAP incident. This is the next morning. Or day, whatever time she woke up. She slept like a baby, though, just so you know.
I feel like I have to do something.
See? I feel like I have to do something. But not until I finish this food.
Not your monkeys, not your circus. Gabrielle Watson. Thing is, next woman's gonna say that. Until he ends up killing somebody.
Wow, you said that online? You said that online. You just told everyone. And you got a problem with reaction channels? Oh my God.
I think I'm stupid for, like, provoking a dangerous person online and talking about them, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, I feel safer talking about it online.
Why? Why?
I'm not gonna say.
He doesn't have a car. He can't come to you. He can't come to you.
That I'm like, I'm not like gonna be like, now that I'm disgruntled, I'm a woman scorned and blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Because I was always, I mean, I came online and talked shit about him a lot whenever something would happen.
But that's the point. So if you were DV'd, and we're talking like the first week, and we're at months later. So the first week, this all occurred because you guys were on drugs, right? So you were out of your minds anyway, which is why you were playing it around in your head, whether that's what people did, right? That's what people did. And he screamed in your face for 6 hours one day, the whole beef stroganoff nightmare, right? We knew about those two things. Why did you wait months? Why did you wait until Dee Dee showed up? That's the question everybody had.
I was always not happy about things that would happen to me, but I never took legal action or anything because I was always hopeful that he would change and things would work out.
Okay, I can get behind that. I could get behind that. So you were accepting of the abusive behavior because you thought you could change him if he was happier in life, which meant you bought him clothes, electronics, started him a YouTube channel. You made all these promises. So you thought you could be the one to make him let you have control, which Nutter, we already know, doesn't let any woman take control, or anybody for that matter. So it didn't work out for you because now there's Dee Dee. So now you're going to go and make him pay for all the things. Okay, got it.
And all right, so you guys are going to come with me. I'm going to go to his probation officer's office.
Whoa.
Since I can't find online. I mean, I probably could if I'm just lazy. I'm going to go there and get a card and send her a nice email. I know her name.
I'm sure you could have Googled her name, address, and email, right? Or called her, got her email, but you're going to drive there. Okay.
She watches our videos. I highly doubt that. Well, she probably does, but she doesn't see the stuff that's not on camera. She just sees you victimizing another person, Dee Dee.
Wow.
Playing ass I've been friends with her for 11 years. She came into my fish restaurant. I made her like fish. Oh, but then Didi on Facebook. Can't wait to try your cooking. Yeah, you can't wait to try his cooking. And then getting on my ass about rubbing it in.
I did find it weird that Nader had these women. I mean, call them desperate. I don't know. I mean, Chantal calls her desperate Didi. But there were other women that reached out to him and wanted to hook up with them. And all this weird shit. I mean, there are some weird people. I mean, really weird people that, oh my God, that planned on meeting him. They wanted him to cook for them. It was weird. Now I could see meeting, you know what I mean? Like Gordon Ramsay, right? At a restaurant, and he cooks for you. But where was he going to cook for you? In his home? That is so weird.
In that I pay for all the food? Yeah, if I pay and you cook it all for your videos, you don't see. That's the thing. You don't appreciate fuck all. You don't realize what it takes to do a video, to do your videos. Your cooking videos, takes people with like the ability to do something. I was doing something nice for you, and you fucking treated me like shit behind the scenes. That's my whole point. You don't realize.
So why did you keep going back? How do you fall in love with someone who treats you like shit? That makes no sense. How did you fall in love with someone who was aggressive and treated you like shit from day one? Why did you keep driving back? That's so weird.
Like $250 a week minimum on food for your videos. All of the hours of editing.
Yeah, but you agreed to do it. You're the one that said, let's get you a cooking video channel and I'll do the filming and the editing. You're the one that wanted to do that. You could have just said at any time, you know what, here's how you do it. I'm out. That's it. Or just walked away.
But that's nothing. You're just going to brush that off. I love that. That's how you're able to make a living right now. And I love how you're brushing that off. I did all the hard work. You literally come online and fucking stare at the camera with your beak and say thanks for super chat. And that's hard work? And you still have to use me for views. You have my clothes hung up in the background. And you think that you're not going to look insane going to the police and being like, yeah,
Well, that's my point, too. You were moving into the trap house. You were moving in there. You're going to look insane going to the police.
I need to file a restraining order against my ex because I'm crazy and I have her clothes on display. You're a moron. You're an idiot.
See, this is why these two were like fire in a match, you know, or gasoline in a match. They were always one-upping each other. And they got a high out of it, by the way, both of them. They still get a high out of it. What the hell are my slippers? She's thinking. She's thinking.
You think you're going to be cute and go on your live stream?
She's going to get all Tommy boy crazy with drinking all that sugar. That's what made her do it, the sugar.
Taking action. So am I. I'm driving to your probation officer right now.
Oh my God. You don't play with fire like that.
Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. On the way to Gatineau. On the way to Gatineau. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
This is a revenge game, in my opinion. Revenge.
Do, 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 do.
I thought you bitched about his coughing. Yeah, here you are. Correct. That's why I think she's in charge in Kuwait, too. There's no way she'd be doing the things she's doing and saying the things she's saying in Kuwait and filming the stuff she's filming if she wasn't running the show. Holy shit. Can you imagine going to Kuwait and running the show? Oh my God. Seriously. Holy crap. That is some fupa balls. I know, I can't imagine how confined she must be in Kuwait. She can't just spontaneously drive somewhere for no reason. I couldn't do it. They always cross the line when you start playing with a person's actual life. Yeah, some people do. Some people feel entitled and they can say anything they want about anybody they want. But if you do it, then we already know the traits of a narcissist. Absolutely. Their revenge game is strong. We're seeing it right now.
Sorry, my lungs are bad.
In my opinion.
Can't remember what street. What street was it on?
She knows exactly where it's at. She's driven him to his probation officer.
Yep.
She might be just waiting for him to call her so she don't do it. You heard he has her money and her passport? Oh my God. So maybe we will get a true story when she comes home. Do you guys believe? Let's, listen, I'm going to do a poll. It's been a while. I'll do it. Hold on. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I got to go to my video. There we are. Remind me to...
Juvederm lips, say it all.
Shut up. Now remind me. Oh, they changed that little thing. Okay, hey, there's some cool shit in there. Okay, they changed some stuff. Okay, where's my poll? Oh my God. Hey, and I got it on. Hold on. I got this light in my eye. It always says create a poll. Let me see. Oh, I see. They put a little plus sign. There it is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put the poll up right now. And it says, do you think Foodie will go back to Kuwait after she returns to Canada? Yes or no, people? All right. Let me get out of there. Can't see shit. There we go. So there's the poll. You guys can do the poll. And then remind me to end the poll in about 10 minutes. All right, let's carry on.
I think it was on... I remember how to get there, I think. And he was all mad one day. Like sulking in bed, fucking upset because I didn't bring him to his appointment.
Yeah, because you can't miss a probation officer appointment. No, yeah, she already said she's coming home in January and then she's leaving to go back to Kuwait in March. And I just put up a poll. Do you believe once she gets home to Canada that she'll actually go back to Kuwait?
I changed my mind. I think what happened was he always rubs this in. there was like a time when like there was an appointment for like, see, like there's no point in me like even talking like, there's no point in me defending myself. There's no point in me.
It was because this is what happened. So she told him she would take him to his probation appointment, right? But she was up all night. She was doing live streams and she couldn't sleep. So she blew him off. And he was blowing her phone up. Because he probably needed to figure out how he was going to get there if she didn't show up. But he was blowing up her phone and she ignored it. And so that's what sparked that moment. And this is her making excuses like, why was he sulking in bed just because I didn't take him to the probation officer? Well, it's because you made a commitment to do it and he relied on you. He was relying on you.
Trying to like, and I had to learn this. It took me a long time to realize this. There's no point in me defending myself against anything. There's no point in me trying to rationalize with him.
Well, he was trying to explain, I'm sure, how important it is if you're partners and your boyfriend and girlfriend, that when your partner says something, that they follow through. That's how you gain respect. That's how you earn respect, that you can be counted on. So, yeah, there is no point in you going on and on about it because no matter which way you describe it, you come out the victim.
Because he doesn't think he does anything wrong, ever. He doesn't get it. He can do no wrong. He is...
I can see that in Nader. But I also seen where he had my personal information, and whether he likes me or not, he kept that secret. So there's that. So that gained a little bit of respect with me. That he won't dox you. If he strikes your channel because he got butt hurt, that you laughed at his cooking, that's his button, by the way. So I kind of laid off him with the cooking because I shouldn't make fun of his cooking, I guess. And that's fine. I respect that. So anyway, he didn't give out my information. And I really appreciated that. He didn't give out anyone's information.
Perfect. He never does anything wrong.
Now, if you struck me, oh, fuck no. I think you would hand it right over to Missy Moo. Right? And cause me all kinds of problems. But no. Yeah, I would just let that shit ride out for 2 weeks. Because I know you ain't going to court, so there's that.
Honestly, I've heard him threaten people, Pete's, myself.
Well, him and Pete, you got Pete's involved in it. Because he used to come over to the luxury villa and hang out. Pete's just stayed in his room. Nobody cared, right? But then when you got mad at him, you told Pete's a bunch of stuff. It's called triangulation. So you got Pete's on your side. Those two could have got along had you not fucked that up. But you said all kinds of things to Pete's, knowing Pete's loves you and he cares about you. You got Pete's mad. And then Pete's tried to flex a little and piss Nader off. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
Other people. So, yeah, I'm a little reluctant to take the law route because once you go that route, it's a little scary.
But you did it anyway. We're still trying to figure out. You were sitting here, right here, gonna talk to his probation officer, and then now you said, well, once you take it to the law, it gets really scary. So what happened between now and when you drove into the police station that made you change your mind? That's what we're here for.
Honestly. So after today, I'm not talking about him anymore because I'm going to, for sure, I'm definitely pursuing legal action against him. I'm gonna write a police report online about every single thing he's done, including kidnapping. And that's it. Goodbye.
Well, yeah, definitely Pete's felt threatened because Nader didn't want Pete's to live there because Chantal wanted Nader to live with her. But she started moving her shit into the trap house, right? So there was really no threat, but Pete's can't live in the luxury villa alone. So Nader was like, well, we should just move into the luxury villa, and then Pete's could move somewhere else, which is going to happen someday anyway. I mean, my God, Pete, you're 40 years old. You can't live off Chantal's tit for the rest of your life. She wants to be married. She wants to live with a partner. She doesn't want to, like, keep meeting up with people. And when she's paying for all the utilities and the villa. I get that. But I think they should both get out of the villa and go their separate ways. But, well, it keeps the story alive, so there's that.
Remember the first time the police came over and they wanted me to do a police report and I did it, but then I scrapped it. I frantically called around after to scrap it. Please disregard my police report.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. I was reading the chat, but I want to hear this again.
Against him, I'm going to write a police report online about every single thing he's done.
So you text him this. You text your abusers, your abuser, that you were going to write a police report online, everything he's ever done. And then what was the response you were looking for? Oh, please don't. I'll make Dee Dee leave. I'm sorry. What were you looking for? Or go ahead.
Including kidnapping.
Kidnapping? Didn't you admit that you forgot you put your keys on top of the refrigerator? Didn't he admit that he hid your keys one night because you were so drunk he was afraid if you drove home? All right. Who's here now? This is never ending. Never ending. I don't know. Somebody else.
And that's it. Goodbye. Remember the first time the police came over and they wanted me to do a police report and I did it, but then I scrapped it. I frantically called around after to scrap it. Please disregard my police report. I didn't want to press. I don't want anything to happen to it. Please.
Let me see. I had to go see who this is at my house, but I don't even know.
So after today, I'm not talking about him anymore because I'm going to, for sure, I'm definitely pursuing legal action.
Okay.
Against him.
Okay.
I'm going to write a police report online.
Okay.
About every single thing he's done, including kidnapping.
Okay.
And. That's it. Goodbye.
Now she's thinking it out, right?
Remember the first time the police came over and they wanted me to do a police report and I did it, but then I scrapped it.
Why? Why?
I frantically called around after to scrap it.
So you just did it because you were mad, is what you're saying. You just did it because you were mad. Okay.
Please disregard my police report.
I love him. See, this is why domestic violence is poo-pooed a lot by the police. Because the women always that change their mind, the ones that change their mind, that don't live with the guy, don't have kids with the guy, they're not, like, I can see where a woman is married to an abuser, right? He's got control over her money, her clothes, everything in the house. She's going to be tossed out on her ass. She's going to have to go hide. Even the women with kids, they got to go hide with their kids in a shelter. I see where if the guy apologizes, you might just say, you know what, it's not going to be worth it. He apologized. I know there's going to be another shitty day coming forward, but I need to be more prepared than this. But she lived on her own with her own car and her own money. That's where it makes no sense to me.
I didn't want to press. I don't want anything to happen to it. Please.
Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to end the poll, people. Okay. There's some person in the back sitting in their car. Oh, probably waiting for... I got it. Makes sense now. Never mind. They're just sitting back there. Okay, let me end the poll. Let's see what the poll said. 80%. 80%. How many people voted? 93 votes. 80% said she ain't going back. She ain't going back. Nope. Okay, ended the poll. Yeah, I don't think she's going back to Kuwait either. And I gotta be honest with you. If she does come forward, and it would be more believable to me if she came back and she unloaded a bunch of truth berries. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel something different between her and Salah over in Kuwait than I felt about her and Nader in Canada. Do you see what I'm saying? I know she was in love with Nader. And I know that he's tolerable up to a point, but he definitely believes that he's in control. And she took his control, and that's when it became bad. Bad. You love the shirt. Thank you. I still got to bling out. I'm going to bling out the whole thing. I just haven't yet, because I have the whole hot fix stuff, and I want it all blinged out. All the white blinged out. So I got to work on that. I love doing that. I love my crafts. You know what I'm saying? All right, so, all right, continue on. Continue on, my dear. Hi, sultry stop sign. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to follow what caused her to get up in the morning, besides finding out that Nader said, after breakfast, I'm going to go file a restraining order on Chantal. But she's already went to Starbucks, right? Got herself the sugary pink drink. She already had a mukbang. And then she's just getting more wound up while she's in the car. Thinking inside her own head how she's going to get even with Nader. And this is the day she drove to the police station. First, she said the last time the cops came, she filed a report. And then she retracted the report. And then she was back with Nader. And then they broke up again because she went to Toronto to do an OF, which to Nader is disrespectful, with Carly and Josh. And then, because I don't think he wanted Josh to see her in her lingerie. Fine, because he was doing all the filming. Anyway, and he said, if you go to Toronto, we're done. So she went to Toronto. While she was in Toronto, he had Dee Dee come from Montreal and be at his house. So you already seen the events that occurred after that, starting with the CPAP rescue that we covered yesterday. So this is the next day. And after she called the cops, Nader said, I'm getting a restraining order on her. Remember, he asked the cops, how do I get a restraining order on her? She won't stop showing up at my house. She's beating on my door. She's sitting in my parking lot playing music out of her car, blah, 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 while Dee Dee was there. So we already knew he wanted to file a restraining order, and the cop told him how to do it, just to keep her away from his house. So here we are the next day. She's pissed off that he dare file a restraining order against her. So where's she headed now?
The thing is like, how do they know it's like truth? It's like her word against his word.
Exactly. That has been our point from the beginning, Chantal. If he was abusing you, you should have never drove back to his house. And why are we filing a police report months later after Dee Dee showed up to the picture and he said he didn't want to be around you anymore? Why now?
At the time,
You should just walked away, clapped your hands, and you were going to save money, and you know what? It ended. It's over. You won't be abused again.
happened. I did talk about it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You said, sitting in your room with Pete, that Natter was an abuser. Right, Pete? And Pete said, well, not physically. And she said, yeah, not physically. So verbally. Okay.
Like,
She hates being screamed at. She's already told us before. If you scream at her, she will get very upset. So it's probably some childhood thing. I don't know.
these are actually, I'm glad I talked about him online because all this is video evidence, video diary evidence
Okay.
of everything that's ever happened.
But you never said what really happened. You kept that all to yourself.
So, and what are you going to tell the police about me? She went and talked about me online every time I ever did anything bad to her.
Yeah, it's pretty much. And that's all you did.
Anytime I was abusive to her, she talked about it online. What
You both entertained the masses for sure.
am I gonna say? You know you have nothing. Like what? Like you're insane. You do this to yourself. You make your life hell by yourself. This is all your fault.
So do you.
This is all your
That's why you two, it's why it wouldn't work, because you're two in the same.
all you're doing, buddy, not mine.
Yeah, she probably won't do an open chat again. We know that, because the trolls came in thick. Yeah, I watched maybe 8 minutes of it, and I was like, I just can't. She's eating again. I just can't. Fast food, blah, blah, blah. Same shit, different day. She's trying to figure out how to make money, how to be controversial, how to be gross. I just can't do it. It's old. She needs a new arc.
All you're doing.
See? Do you hear her? She's not driving there crying and traumatized. She goes, all you're doing. That's some condescending, cocky shit right there. Like, this is all your fault. I wouldn't be doing this, but it's all your fault.
So I'm gonna go grab a card.
So she's in Gatineau. She's going to his probation officer to get a card. So, okay. For an email. So I think she's driving there to show Nader, don't you file a restraining order against me. In fact, we already know that she continued driving to his house even with a restraining order. Well, Montreal. I should say Montreal.
From your PO.
So after she did file a police report, the police told Nader that he is not allowed to be anywhere near her. So he moved to Montreal. And she drove to Montreal.
So I'm not going to be scared to anymore. I'm going to share my story and let the law handle everything.
But you didn't. We know you already took back the statement too. But my question is, why didn't you just let them go on and just walk away? He couldn't drive to your house. He was no threat to you. I don't get this. It's not like you lived with him. Yeah, isn't there a movie called My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
It's kind of out of my hands.
It's out of your hands. You're putting it in your hands.
The way you treat women is disgusting. And Dee Dee, you co-sign that shit and stay at the trap house for 3 weeks.
Why is Dee Dee co-signing anything? Maybe he doesn't yell at Dee Dee.
You are is disgusting and beyond me. And honestly, I hope he doesn't seriously harm you.
But then she went later on at the Cuba Rage. She said she didn't care if he beat the shit out of Dee Dee.
But like, this is ridiculous at this point. I don't know
This is ridiculous. You should go back home. Never mind.
what to say. Ugh, even just driving back this way, I find it a bit triggering.
You were just there the night before doing the CPAP rescue. Give me a break. Oh, now it's triggering. Now you're getting, oh my God. You were laughing at his house beating on the door. The night
Describing,
before.
Like, this trajectory. Ugh. Remember that?
Histrionic.
He had no Wi-Fi because I shut it off. And then,
Yeah, and she gave him Wi-Fi and she would shut it off. She bought him a phone and an iPad. She would shut it off, disconnect it, reconnect it, disconnect it, reconnect it, disconnect it. So she was constantly punishing him if he didn't do what he was told. But you tell us. You tell us. Who's in control?
I blame Eric with like, somebody super chat this bum $6.99 for somebody super chat this bum money for a 6-piece nuggets meal so he can go use the Wi-Fi at McDonald's.
See? It was all YouTube performance art. For her. For Nader, damn near drove him insane. Even though I don't. After the Sam's Bar Lounge thing, man, that was so disturbing. They say they were role-playing. They were all part of an S&M thing, and they would video it, but he really wasn't hitting her. Dee was putting on a show for them. They were paid to do, like, whatever. That's what they said. And then it was used against them. So, I don't know. Because people even said, well, why didn't the people watching this call the cops? Like, this made no sense. So, I don't know what's true and what's not true. It's the YouTubes. I don't even care that much, to be honest with you. I find this content to be probably one of the best shows on YouTube.
Oh my god, that was fucking funny. Here we go. We are in ghetto Gatineau right now.
I know, I'm really worried that she may not be able to leave Kuwait. Really, I am. Until she can produce. I mean, she has to. That's the one thing. She has to leave January 28th. Or she will be deported. So either way, Saleh can't hold her back from Kuwaiti government. It is the best show on YouTube, hands down, Billy, right?
Going to the PO office right now.
And she's singing it. Okay. The trauma, girl.
You and Dee better run and catch up with me. Uh-oh.
See? Tit for a tat. So she's going to file first so that Nader can't file against her first. Yeah, this seems like some controlling behavior if you ask me. I would have been like, don't even bother filing a restraining order. That's what I would have said on a live. Because I'm done. I will never, ever bother you again. Right? That's all you would have had to say, and he wouldn't have. But he didn't anyway.
Oh.
I mean, she got this dude arrested. It really escalates. I think it escalates in this video when somebody comes into her chat and said, Nader says he's moving to Montreal with Dee. And she said, we'll see about that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're fucking with the wrong one, pal.
See? You're fucking with the wrong one, pal.
Wrong one.
Wow.
Ooh, puts in.
Do you think that maybe, because we've already heard her say it on a live in Kuwait, that Saleh's been such a good person to her after all the abuse she went through. Do you think she's saying that because she's in the Middle East and she may be a little worried that he's, I don't know, aggressive? And I don't know. I'm trying to read between the lines. It's stuff she said online.
Give me a minute to think.
Yeah, that would be smart. Remember when Nader said, you need to go somewhere. Sit down and just think. But he said, without the Beezers. Because now you're going to start reading the chat. Oh, boy.
Where did I drop him before?
St. Louis, Quebec, 307 sign.
Oh, she's trying to figure out where she dropped him off before? Why is this happening?
I found it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Unbelievable. The nerve. You're gonna get legal action against me? Really?
See? The nerve.
You're the one who did anything criminal this whole relationship. Not me.
He wasn't filing charges on criminality on you. He was filing a restraining order, so you couldn't come to his house, which meant every time you showed up, blared your radio in the parking lot in front of his trap house, or beat on his door, he could call the cops and you'd get arrested. He figured that was one way to get you to stop coming over, right? That was it. But you took it a whole bar higher, did you not?
Because you are a criminal.
400 meters, keep right at the border. All signs for auto.
Hey, Boulevard Gribba. Okay, hold on.
I know, because like when I watch all her old stuff, like, yeah, she used to put on a show and be funny, but man, once she couldn't have the one thing she wanted, like, can you imagine if she was somewhere like Kuwait, locked into, I don't know, maybe a dorm room looking place and couldn't get the food she wanted? Can you imagine? This is an addiction. Nader became an addiction. And she wanted him. And she wasn't done with him yet. There are many stories out there of what happens when you get involved with somebody who isn't done with you yet. The lengths they'll go to. And she knew his weakness, his only weakness, was going to jail again.
I think you're right. I think it is Gribba. Okay, Kamikaze, that's the one that sounds familiar.
Kamikaze?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's the one. I saw the picture. And it came up right away in my GPS.
So her Beezers had to send, wow, the location.
Can you believe this guy? Like, if I had gone to the police after first incident happened with him, he would be locked up.
Yeah, so why didn't you? That's the question I keep asking. I get it takes women 3 times to leave, but not when they live in their own place with their own money. Usually it's women that live with the guy, they got love bombed, then they took complete control over their life, their finances, their car, kind of like you're going through in Kuwait. Rumor has it, he's got your passport and your money. Holy shit, how are you dealing with this? Oh my God. Oh my God.
And he has the nerve now, 10 months later, to be like, I'm gonna go to the police. This is enough. This is bullshit. She allegedly deleted one of my live streams, which you have no proof I did, which I did.
No, that's not what it was about. That's what he got mad about. But he wanted a restraining order, so you couldn't keep showing up at his house. He had neighbors. And that one guy was pretty violent. The one that slept all night. Wait, he worked all night, so he slept all day. That guy.
Did it.
Right onto Route Roy. Turn right onto the auto-advised side ramp. Continue on Route
Anyway,
for 1.5 kilometers.
I think all of the other dozens of videos I have done for you compensates. Like, don't you think so?
Can you believe this is all over YouTube? I mean, when you're that dependent on a YouTube income, this is how nuts it can get. Oh my God. I would clock out and have a normal life. Whoa. When your whole world becomes YouTube and that little bag of money because you don't want to have a job. That is so weird.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is unbelievable, actually. I didn't even know it was this weird.
The balls on this guy.
Take the next right onto Route 105 North, then turn right onto Boulevard du Casino. Take the next right onto Boulevard du Casino. Signs for auto Route 5 Money.
I've seen it with many YouTubers that rely on it as an income. And you know which ones it is because they go double down, triple down. They'll go for anyone that may even cost them a dime. And it's like, no, everybody could watch 10 reaction channels. You're all going to get the views and then go watch you live. What is this? This is weird. Taking people down because you don't like them talking about your content. That is the weirdest shit on YouTube I've ever seen. The weirdest shit. But there are some people that just will do anything. I said the love of money is the root to all evil. And that shows tenfold on YouTube.
Then turn right onto the
I mean, even the casino channels, even the crocheters. Oh my God. Or you try to share a cooking video you think is really amazing. And they'll come hit you because they've already trademarked and copyrighted with copyright lawyers, which you could do, Foodie Beauty, and then nobody will ever cover you again. Trust that. But you can't until you seek copyright lawyers. You can't. Then you're basically using YouTube, but you can defend. Literally, I can't even film the biggest gator in Florida because Hercules, that's his name, he now has a slew of lawyers because he makes so much money. They don't even want you to show the 20-second clip, and they want all the money from your video. It's ridiculous. This world has flipped on its axis, and it's all because of the love of money.
5 side ramp.
But she could easily do that. If she don't like people talking about her, she can get copyright lawyers. The problem is she hasn't even reached 100,000 views yet.
You'll win with me.
You won't win with me. Do you see that, Nader? Do you see that? She's mad because Dee Dee's with him and he was going to go file a restraining order to keep her away from him.
It's not gonna happen.
Wow. Woman scorned. Be very careful, people. They don't get angry. They get even.
Oh, and sorry, Jennifer Corvina. I know you're hoping that he'll be your next baby daddy, but
Merge onto auto route 5 sud.
he can't go to the States because he's a criminal.
Holy shit.
So, sorry.
And you wonder why he didn't want to get back with you. Because every time you got mad, you slandered the man.
Why did I take this way? There's so much traffic. Oh my God.
Yeah, Scarlett. Crazy shit. Betty Broderick. You know? Or how about the woman that was married to the dentist? And listen, that woman was married. Remember she was married to the dentist? It was all caught on a parking lot, closed circuit TV, right? So she's married to her husband, just like Betty Broderick. She worked and got her husband through dental school, right? And then the guy, she found her husband cheating on her with some whatever assistant. Of course, those little bitches are just around trying to get a dentist's money, right? She runs him over in the parking lot over and over, just kept driving round and round. I go, my God, you'd rather spend time in prison than milking him for every dime he's worth? I mean, that's just stupid. So then you sit in prison. Wow, these people and their spontaneous actions are crazy.
Remember, I used to make plans with him. Yeah, we could make a travel couples channel. And what? Travel?
What she always wants is a couples travel channel. She thinks that's where the next bank is.
You can't travel anywhere.
Well, when he got off probation, he could travel. He's off probation now. He could have traveled after that. He can leave the country after probation was over. His probation just ended a few months ago.
To get a piece of paper. No, you can't.
Yeah, you can get approval. Yes, you can.
Criminal records, though.
Wow. So I guess he wasn't worth your time anymore if he couldn't be a travel vlog couple channel. Okay.
Take exit 2, then keep left.
She's still thinking. At this point, Chantal, I feel like you did so much talking that now you committed yourself to it because of the Beezers. I don't know, though. We'll see.
I wasn't going to do this today, but he gave me the brilliant idea.
See, she was starting to change her mind. She wasn't going to do this. Oh, boy.
To do it. And I've been meaning to, obviously.
Obviously. You were beating on his door the night before. And you told him you loved him that morning, the morning before.
Well, I don't know. I've always been on the fence about it.
Until a new woman slid in and he didn't want you anymore? Okay.
Because it's not something easy to do. Like, I don't want to ruin someone's life.
I would never ruin someone's life, especially if I had my own home, my own money, and my own car. I would just say, oh, right, that went off as the biggest mistake of my life, and never, ever contact him again. See, I don't even know how this made sense in your mind. And then if people didn't agree with what you did, which I was like, you know what? If he abused you, then damn right. Go make that report. I was watching it live and I said the same thing. But then when you went and retracted it and started hanging out with them at Dee Dee's house, driving 2 hours to your abuser, I was like, oh, no, she didn't.
It's not, he's the one doing it, not me.
So you got this vengeful over somebody filing a restraining order on you? Why didn't you just text him or text Dee Dee that night and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. He doesn't need to file a restraining order. I'm just going to get on with my life. And it would have all been dropped. But this tit for tat shit got really freaky. You know once you do this is what you're thinking about in the car. You know once you do this on a live stream that it's over. It is over. And he even said, I will never forgive you for what you did. And that's haunted you forever.
This guy can't even go to his own probation appointments. Blames me for not taking him across the fucking street to Jean Coutu for months to renew, to take...
Maybe he just wanted you to be with him when he went. Maybe he just wanted you to be with him. Who knows why? It could have been to prove that he's changed and he's got a woman. Who knows why? But you told him you would take him and you didn't. And to him, that was how you create a relationship. You rely on each other. You trust each other's word. Like, you don't understand that part of it, do you? So, yeah, he was pissed, and he screamed at you. Why did you even go over there? You should have said, we're done. But nope.
To take a picture for his stupid fucking health card, but will walk his ass to the courthouse today to tattletale on me. Yeah, I believe it. Okay.
Tattletale on you? It was on a live stream. The police showed up. Holy crap, there's a police report.
Don't fucking threaten me.
Yeah, she was late by about... No, she didn't even show up. She was mad at him because he yelled at her, so she stayed home.
Because when it comes to legal action, I'm going to show you today that you will lose every...
Oh, my God. So when it comes to legal action, I'm going to show you you will lose every time. Whoa.
I know you're listening to your little friends. Just wait. Just fucking wait, asshole.
Yeah, he was mad that one time when she... Yeah, I think it was the same day that she was supposed to take him to his probation officer, and then his mother was really sick, and she offered to wire money, help him wire money, or give him money to wire to his family in Egypt. And yeah, I remember that too. And she didn't. She didn't take him. Then he screamed at her over that too.
Should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah, it would have seemed more credible.
It's over for you, pal. Anyways, I'm doing people a favor, subjecting them to your salmonella. Who fries chicken for 2 minutes apiece? And then you would rather eat raw chicken than admit you're wrong. Go.
That was pretty rough to watch. When he took a bite of that chicken, I don't even know how Dee Dee ate it. I wouldn't have ate it. I'd have said, you're nuts. Cook that shit till it's done, and you have a meat thermometer, and the inside needs to be 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but I know what chicken and pork need to be. 165.
Go figure, typical matter.
Who makes cooking videos and doesn't have a meat thermometer? No one. I even showed my meat thermometer, right? When I cooked my baked chicken in the oven, Because there ain't no way cooking that shit and not knowing what the inside temp is. Nobody wants to know.
Can't admit fuck all.
I can't believe you're driving around seeking revenge when you could have just walked away months ago. She's definitely having a little bit of anxiety about doing this.
Everything I'm gonna tell them. Your threats against Pete's?
Isn't it supposed to be about the DV against you and the SA? So you're gonna, the threats against Pete's? Really?
He's got it coming. I've made up my mind about Pete's. He's got it coming.
That ain't a threat. I could say that to you right now. That's not a threat. You have to be specific. Action, time, location.
Pay someone money. Yeah, you remember saying those things? Okay, I do. Oops. It's really icy. Okay.
What? What are you gonna do? Don't do it! Don't do it!
He's at the courthouse having his relocation application approved to move to Munch.
Here comes the VIBs. They're in with the T. She's reading it. He's petitioning to move to Montreal. This is what causes the spontaneous combustion.
Montreal. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Do I need to play that back?
Icy.
Lean in. Sala, this could be you next. You better stay in love with her. Stay her husband. And don't you dare break her heart.
Okay. He's at the courthouse having his relocation application approved to move to Montreal. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Whoa. You better keep her happy, Sala. Don't you ever yell at her either.
I don't know, should I go in or should I do it online?
Don't do it at all. Well, Nader used to pass the fire with food too. Those Beezers are working her up. She's getting her purse. I wish we had the chat on this, don't you?
I hope he doesn't come over here. Read my text. Chantel Elise. I seen your text come up here.
Color Purpose said, when did she post this video? How old is it? It is, if I remember, 11 months old. Something like that. It was like 10 or 11 months old. It's not very old. But she deleted all this stuff, you know. So 14 million views worth of videos are deleted.
Show the cops the pic I sent you on Insta.
Yeah, it was like January. So it was like, yeah, 11, 12 months ago, yeah.
What pic? I am gonna go in.
Oh, yeah, it was like January 19th. And this is the 20th, right? Because January 19th was the CPAP rescue. So it was like January 20th. 11 months ago. Yeah, I don't really care if she calls Sala her boyfriend or her husband. It'll all play out. So I don't even try to pick that apart. but I look at the chemistry between them. I just don't know. I just don't know. I seen the passion between her and Nader, but I just don't see it with Salah. It's strange. Hi, Brandy.
Girl, stop making jobs for nothing. I'm going in.
They said, quit making threats for nothing. Oh my God. She even left the live stream going. Wow. Here she comes. See, she don't even wear a winter coat in January in Canada, which is about, I don't know, -10 degrees, right? In Canada in the winter. And she's in the desert, completely covered head to toe. Wow, she got to be cooking. I always love the way she sits. She just throws herself into seats. So what happened, sister?
Yes, we're cold.
Having regrets, are we? Because once you did that, it was over for good.
I can't really talk about it.
You can't really talk about it. You babbled all the way there.
I have to come back in an hour.
Why? Did you change your mind? And you have to decide if you really want to do this once you got in there and dealt with whatever you did?
I have to come back. I have to go get a bite to eat and come back in an hour.
Oh, that's why. Because food calms you the fuck down, right?
It's more serious than I thought, actually. Okay.
Yeah. This isn't a game. This is somebody's life. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Let me go get a bite to eat first.
Yeah, and think it over.
Well done. Thank you. Okay.
So what does that make it Fahrenheit, Storm? It's -43 degrees Celsius here today with wind chill. You need a coat. So what does that make it Fahrenheit? 10? 5 degrees?
Look at the chat. I'm leaving a police station. I'm legally allowed to talk about it? After, just give me time. I can't talk about it right now. But I gotta go back in an hour.
Why? I didn't know that police reports were done in segments. Well, let's take a break for lunch. You know what I'm saying? Or did she go in there and started talking about it and blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, well, I gotta run a couple errands and then I'll be back because I can't commit this much time right now. Like, because she was having second thoughts. I don't understand. I thought when people went in, filed their police report, they assign you a detective or something, and then you sit down and then they write it down while you say it, and then you sign it that it's correct. I thought it was that simple. Or you gave a deposition on video. I mean, you've given a deposition already on your live stream, but not specifically. We never got specifics, except for he screams at me, he yells at me when I don't follow through, and when I don't cut cheese right. I mean, that's all I ever heard, except for the whole that one night when you both were high as shit on drugs. And that's why you retracted your statement, because you said, well, I'm not sure if this is what people do in bed together. We were pretty high, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know.
I have to call Pete. I was supposed to go with him to get our booster. But the thing is, I got a text from the pharmacy and they're accepting walk-ins for booster or vaccine, so.
Yeah, remember that in Canada? You couldn't go anywhere without a card. Like anywhere. And there's one woman, there was a video on TikTok, this woman was from Canada, and she went to the airport, and she was all proud to flash her Vax card or whatever the name of that system was in Canada. And they're like, they were like, well, we still need you to take a test and this and that. And she's like, well, what does it matter? I did what I was supposed to do. They said, well, we're not the medical authorities, so this is our policy. And I'm like, look at you. Look at you thinking that card was the golden, listen, the Willy Wonka ticket, the golden ticket. But it wasn't.
I'm not gonna go far. I'm just gonna find somewhere. No, Rosewater, but all this is easy to find online. It's all been online. So. No, I didn't. I'm going back, Nadia. Hi, Terry.
Dear God. Dear God. Can just eat a Whopper or a Nashi, whatever the hell it is, and just have time to think about this and still go back. And it's like evening now. The lights are on. How long were you in that area?
It's only been an hour and a half. That's a long time, though.
An hour and a half? Where did you go? And now you're eating.
You need to move. He's got crazies obsessed with him, and they'll blame you. I need to move. Like, tomorrow.
Well, you never did. So you weren't too afraid. Because what if he was connected to some really horrible people? Like you said. Who would do this? I would just rather be a memory and be glad that he's got a new girlfriend that he can focus on.
I had to file a police report. A long one. I have to go through my videos and find the...
Oh, I see. So you already went back in, came back out. I see. And then finished the food that was in the car. Got it.
Of certain events. Alright, I think I'm gonna go offline and talk to my mom a bit. I gotta be back. How long has it been? Has it been an hour?
Oh my God, she hasn't gone back in.
30 minutes? Okay. Okay, I will be back. Don't worry. I won't leave you hanging. I will...
That didn't even make sense. Because she said she had to file a police report at the police station. And then... So she was in there a half hour or something? Okay, whatever.
Back, okay?
Don't need the
It's been
specifics.
30 minutes? Okay, I need to call my mom. Has it been an hour? And then I have to go in. And I might need my phone, so...
So, you had to go back in. Okay. You're probably calling your mom, think this is... to try to get some encouragement that this is a good idea.
I'm gonna call Pete. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hi, Bugsy.
So, they've arrested Natter.
Wow.
And I didn't expect that, honestly.
You didn't? What'd you think they were gonna do? Why didn't you just go file, you couldn't even file a restraining order because you live in your own house and he doesn't even have a car. What in the hell?
I honestly didn't expect that to happen.
What'd you think it was going to happen?
I don't know what I expected to happen.
Exactly. You didn't think it through.
I gave my side of the story. On what charges? Physical abuse or assault or whatever, confinement, and
So you basically said he was a kidnapper. Like he kidnapped you. He kidnapped you and then assaulted you while you were kidnapped. Holy shit.
sexual assault.
Oh my goodness. Then why did you retract the statement? Why did you tell them that you weren't sure if it really was and you were high at the time and what?
I didn't expect him to get arrested. Yeah. I have Debbie freaking out, video messaging me,
That would be Dee Dee.
begging me not to do this, saying I should know he has a good heart. She's still at his house.
Oh, that's what pissed her off. Dee Dee's still at his house.
Saying I know he has a good heart. I want to tell you, Dee Dee. I want to tell you what he did to me, in case you don't know. So I'm in the interrogation room, and the investigator's going back, like everything is like recorded with like video and everything. So I'm going through my videos to try to find these dates of these things. So I do need your guys' help.
You used your YouTube videos? Oh my God. Of course.
Probably gonna have to go to court.
You don't even remember dates?
And everything. So I'm not, like, stuff I say can be used against me. Please don't feel sorry for him and bail him out. What he did to you for 10 months, he deserves jail. I basically said that to Debbie because she was like, he doesn't deserve this. His mom is sick. He was crying before getting handcuffed. I'm like, so I just replied to her. I wrote, he physically, emotionally, and months, he deserves this. They did ask me too, like, why now? You know, like it basically makes me.
That's what I asked. Why now? Why now, since there's another woman in his place?
I do feel like, oh, well, you were going to go to the cops today, so I'm going to go to the cops. Actually, I've been on the fence about it for like the whole time, you know? I'm not, like, even when I went into the police station, I'm like, how do I go about if I want to like possibly like report something that happened to me? And right from there, they just like took me in right away. He does not have
Well, of course, that's what they do.
And she is a piece of shit.
Ah. Oh, geez, more people.
Her get back home. She doesn't need help. Or no, she said you were going to help me. You wanted to help me last week? Fix this. She sounded just like him. They're probably in it together. Weird how Dee Dee had no problem with him trying to get you arrested. Did she contact you? Yeah, she did. You always worry that he'd hurt another woman. I would, yeah.
Until the Cuba rage, when you gave Nader permission to beat Dee Dee up and you wouldn't care.
And actually, they have May's name. They asked me about May, so they know about May.
The one that you gave Nader an alibi for, and then remembered you weren't with them, you were on a live stream?
And some other people, too.
What does this say? To May. I'm really going to do my best to finish your file by the end of the month. At least I know you're safe as you're far away. Also, my personal advice is remove his channels or stop following him because I can see it's affecting you, and I think ignoring his videos will do you much good. Oh, is that advice she gave to May? I don't even know what this was from. Oh, that was from the courts. Okay. Wow. I wouldn't think cops would bring up other victims either, but I don't know Canada. I have no clue about Canada. I don't know why she... Don't take us that long to read, just saying. Yes.
So, he's where he needs to be. Dee Dee, you don't know him. You need to get your ass home. I know people who are like, if you need me to testify for you, I will. That's what I said to the guy too. I'm like, does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter. Cause like they asked me like basically like, would you basically if like Dee Dee wasn't there or like if you were still with him, would you be in this police office?
Right.
Reporting him.
Right. Good question from the cops because they were already starting to wonder why you waited this long.
And I'm like, no, probably not. But
what? So right there, they already could sway a prosecutor. Or I mean, yeah, like right there, they could already sway a judge that this is not a credible police report.
But like at the same time, obviously not if I'm with, that's why I haven't reported him yet, because I was with him and wanted to be with him. I'm not going to put him in.
I was with him and I wanted to be with him, obviously. I didn't want to put him in jail. But now that I can't be with him, okay. That's just the other end of that statement.
In jail when I want to be, like, you know what I mean? I wanted to be with him, so I didn't want to report him. But regardless, it doesn't negate the fact that he put his hands on me. Be with him. Like, does that negate, if I wanted to be with him today, after all this, does that negate what he did? And it's like, absolutely not. It doesn't.
If that's the way your brain works it out, you're going to destroy somebody's life because you know he wants to file a restraining order and move to Montreal with Dee Dee. Okay. All right then.
Yeah, there's some things I haven't told you guys. I'm not ready to talk about. You can't just get a restraining order. Thanks, Night Vibe. They're going to ask, I said, is he going to have like no contact with me? And they're like, we're going to ask for that. So I don't know what that means. Do I feel bad thinking about him like crying alone in the cell? Yeah, I do actually.
Wow.
But
you said in this video, you said, don't mess with me, you won't win. That's frightening.
not really. They had to have other cases open on him. Yeah. That's what they said. They didn't give me much information, but
They would never tell you that. That is privilege. They would never tell you.
So, other women went to the police about him too, yeah.
Well, as long as you can compare your trauma with other people's trauma, then I guess it's justifiable.
Crown will grant you a no contact order, especially when it's abuse and he's repeat offender. Might just not go through until tomorrow. You need to start looking. Oh, really?
So the VIBs are coming in.
Place far away. I am. If he has spent some time away in jail, at least then I can find a place to move because
You never did, so you weren't worried about him getting out. In fact, you drove him and Dee Dee to Montreal. Yeah. You moved them. Yeah. And then you made 3-4 times a week trips there. And as soon as he got out of jail, he had a restraining order. You started showing up in Montreal.
yeah.
Yes, I do these lives every day, Sultry. We're always following the soap operas of YouTube.
Debbie has a lot of nerve calling you. Thank you.
This is a little bit of a flashback. Because now she's with another Middle Eastern man, but she went over to Kuwait to marry a guy she only knew for a few weeks. So we don't know how that one's going to end, but it's kind of boring right now. So we're going to wait till something pops off. But in the meantime, we're going to do a flashback. We're going to do a flashback which led up to her meeting a guy online and going to Kuwait.
Jody, I know.
Yeah, because Dee Dee and Nader don't have cars. They do not have vehicles. So she's the one that kept driving even to Montreal, 2 hours away. After all this.
Arrested. The investigator asked me about some other women's names I didn't recognize. So there must have been...
They would have never, ever, ever, ever divulged any of that.
Women, but May Anderson was there.
Why would she be there? She doesn't live in Canada. She filed her report. So now, okay.
So there must be something. How much is his bond? His friends with benefits. I think if you're on probation, you don't get bail. But I'm not sure.
Wow.
I showed him the screen of him calling me Delphine number 2.
That means crazy. He called you Delphine number 2, which meant crazy.
Everything. I'm glad I documented everything online. Because I don't have bruises to show. So Miss hi Annie. You shouldn't have to move. That's just another way for him to control you. Stay and stand your ground. Get security cameras.
So somebody's telling you to stay and stand your ground with a man who abused you, kidnapped you, and confined you. Boy, that's a good friend.
He's probably, he would be mad. Well, fuck.
Obviously, you don't fear his madness.
I'm gonna need weekly appointments, yeah. Geez, recording, of course. I don't know the exact, I don't know the exact charges, like,
You just told us. So you really didn't know that? You just told the story and you never found out the charges? You just made them up? Confinement, kidnapping, essay, what? I know, she didn't need to move. He had no way to get to her, and he wanted to move to Montreal and get as far away as he could.
I can't remember if they said physical assault or physical abuse or confinement. I know is one for sure. Sexual assault or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact charge. I don't want to give like false information, but I just want to move on from him.
You should have just moved on from him, but you still didn't after all this. And we're gonna cover it.
And just, I don't know, Sabius, if Dee Dee wasn't there from the Windsor trip, you would be there now.
Oh, it was Windsor that she went to, that's right. Yeah, so there was some truth from a Beezer. Well, I don't know, because if Dee Dee wasn't there right now, you would be.
I don't know. The fact that I didn't bring him to Windsor, to me, that was in good faith.
What? You didn't bring him to Windsor? Okay, let's talk about that. So you wanted to go to Windsor because YouTube's your life. You're all about the money, making the money. So you wanted to do an OnlyFans with top YouTubers in lingerie. You and Carly on a bed in a motel at a casino, and her husband, boyfriend, fiance, whatever he was, filming you two. And Nader had a problem with that. And you guys got drunk the night before, you and Nader drinking tequila, and he said, if you go, we're done. Because he didn't want to go to Windsor. I think he wanted to, but then he changed his mind. I don't even remember. But you went anyway, knowing he said, it's over.
A gesture that I was ready to move on. I was going to bring him to Windsor, but the tequila stuff happened.
Oh, that's when they got in the big fight, drinking tequila, getting drunk, doing drugs. Yeah, shitty stuff does happen when you indulge like that.
So, yeah, Liliana, he does have some scary friends. He said that he has friends. He met some...
Do you think you should be saying that on the internet if you're afraid of him? That would be some frightening shit. I wouldn't even play like that. I would have just walked away quietly.
scary friends in prison, people who don't mind killing people for $500.
So why would you talk about that online? See, this is what's scary about her. This is what's scary about her. Oh my God. The shit she'll talk about on her YouTube channel. Oh, we will. No, Nudes, we're going to cover it. We're going to cover the move to Montreal.
Yeah. He definitely, to me, in my opinion, he belongs in jail. Like, he's a danger to society. He's a danger to people. When you have multiple women coming forward and saying that he's sexual, including me, he wouldn't pay anyone to do anything to you. It's awful, but I think that's something he'd rather do himself. Honor real man stuff in his dumb mind. Yeah, but then again, he's also a coward.
Wow. He's so dangerous. He's a coward. What?
But yeah, you're right, Daisy. Maybe Maria's World, your voice saved future women. GD's in Gatineau. Yeah, she's at his house.
Ooh, source of contention there. You were hoping Dee Dee would leave.
I'd be more nervous if I was you. They kept asking me, like, are you going to be okay? I don't know. I am nervous. I'm nervous. I'm glad he was arrested. Maybe he can make prison cooking videos. Cheeto soup with raw Vienna sausages smothered in melted Hershey's bar. Commissary my way. Someone's calling me. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Justin.
Hi.
Did you ask that?
Yes, I'm home now. Oh.
Well, Justin, I never heard anything about a broom, but I did hear her lay in bed and tell the whole story of what happened that night. But I never heard about any objects. Thank you. When she told the story, there were no objects involved.
Okay. Okay.
Guess they're telling her what's gonna occur. Come on, come back, girl. No, we ain't waiting this out. That was a long time.
He got taken to the hospital by paramedic, and they can't hold him for more than 24 hours. So after the hospital, he's going to be sent back home on condition.
Yep, that's what happens. Just like Shani.
Can't have any contact with me.
I remember it somewhat, but specifically remember a broom. But did you hear that in gossip areas? Because she actually laid in bed and told the whole story. That, you know, never mind.
He can't come near my address. He can't talk about me online or nothing.
Okay, so there was a restraining order. Well, they put a restraining order in place for Nodder to stay away from you. But do you remember when she kept going? She kept going back there anyway. And she said, well, there's not a restraining order on me. Remember that?
But he doesn't give a shit. He's going to get to stay home until with conditions until he has to appear in court.
Nice.
Should I go stay at a hotel? He probably like knows this. He knows he's not stupid. He probably fake being sick to go to the hospital, knowing that they can't hold him now. He thinks this is all to get back at him. He thinks this is This is like, you did
Okay.
this to me. Can I get arrested for anything? No. For what?
You in Kuwait, we got there's possibilities.
I could get a ring cam ASAP and a better lock. Or
Oh,
what?
well, look at the Beezers. Let's turn your house into Fort Knox. The guy doesn't have a car. The brainiacs.
A doorbell camera. Triggered Andy. He probably had a panic attack if he was crying. Yeah.
He was crying. He wasn't being a badass. Wow.
I went to the police station to fill out a report, and they arrested Nader, and he went to the hospital, and he's going to be released.
Not quite what you wanted, right?
A ton of evidence. Yeah. Everything's online. I told the guy that. Meows, there no hate. Just
Watch my YouTube channel. You'll see it all. I don't have timestamps, but you're going to have to watch all my videos to see what happened, which none of us even got a story out of her, except for he yelled at her, he was mad at her, he screamed at her, I just want to go home in peace. And then she kept going back and back and back and back and back.
just honestly curious. Why did you defend him about May's situation and allegedly provide false alibi?
Yeah, why did you create a false alibi for him? The broom story was definitely debunked. Okay, Tally Girl, thank you.
That's not really what happened. Like, Meowser, I gave this...
Because I heard the story straight out of her mouth, and there were no objects involved, period.
I knew at the time. At the time, I went online and, like, showed those things, like, I was with him that day. I don't remember what I said, but, like, that's what I believed to be the truth at the time.
You were at home. I played it yesterday. And you said, yeah, I don't know. He went to meet some fan. I don't know. And you were at the luxury villa. I don't remember who meets a fan at a motel room. That's what you said that day.
And because I didn't believe May because of her saying your rejection of me. Like, so.
That's going to be a problem for May. She texted him and said something about him rejecting her. She gave him $500 and he rejected her and she was going to get even with him. So, yeah, that is what's going to possibly going to be revealed in court.
Normally, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know about the May situation. I can't say what happened.
So, Betheo says her proof was text receipts asking what kind of pickle or olive he was eating. If they were together, why would she be texting him? Exactly.
Because I was not there, you know? So.
And here's another thing. If you met somebody who traumatized you for a year, who would go on Tinder and start dating random men, Middle Eastern men, by the way, bringing them to the luxury villa, right? And meeting them in parking lots like Motorcycle Man. I mean, wouldn't you be very leery? I don't know. I guess it would just be me. I would not be doing that. I wouldn't take my chances.
But you went for today to go to the cops.
A coffee man, married man, motorcycle man, big Turk. There was like 5 guys in 2 weeks. And some came to the luxury villa. 2 of them, 3. I don't know. I'd be scared. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess today was the day. You got proof on your channel and everything. You deleted it. Okay.
And then the icing on the cake. Can we? The icing on the cake. You meet a guy who doesn't even live in Canada, where you can retreat home just in case, and you flew all the way across the world to marry a strange man. Doesn't add up. Yes, unfortunately, May could lose. Yes, absolutely. What doesn't help is that I believe her own daughter, I may be mistaken, revealed some things about her mother, which is sad, but yeah.
Because I was tired of him his constant harassment and trying to humiliate me every day with my clothes and just.
So it was revenge. It was about humiliating you. That's it. And then humiliating you online with another woman. Snap, people.
And then
Hi, Dame Bezos.
I'm gonna take action. You're gonna take action? Really? No, I'm gonna take action. Because you're the one in the wrong, and you're gonna fucking like he's.
What?
Ugh.
What?
He's not smart.
He's not smart. He's not smart. I got a question. I can see Nader being a screamer and all that crazy shit. Do I think he hit Dee Dee on those videos where you only got to see his face, you never got to see the actual act, and they said it was role-playing for an S&M club? Whatever. It was written on paper that this was role-playing, the whole 9 yards. It was used against them to make everybody sick and nauseated, right? Because they exposed those people, I don't know, for whatever, don't even care. In fact, I think one of them right now is getting some seriously needed help. But anyway, so my question is, would you take that chance if you're on probation? Would you take that chance by doing domestic violence? I mean, you'd have to be stupid, Nader. Stupid. And if you did do that stuff to Dee Dee, you should be back in prison. Just saying.
So I went through the same thing. Contact victim services. Yeah, they're supposed to get in touch with me. He lied to you about meeting me for a reason. I know.
And when I watch their videos and she interrupts him constantly and raises her voice and takes over the channel even when he's cooking, I don't see him losing his shit. So maybe they quit doing drugs. Maybe drugs were fueling. We already know. We've seen crackheads fighting out on front lawns before. So there's that.
This is why people don't.
Because one night they did a live and they said that the drugs made them do crazy shit. That's what they both said. So I see a little bit different Nader and Dee Dee today. But we never know. It could be all for the court cases. Just a show. Remember, YouTube's just a show, people. We don't take sides. We look at the nuggets through the content.
Users, all the data. Who is May? Oh, it's a long story. He goes to the hospital and he's allowed to go home. I know. And Dee Dee's there.
Why do you keep bringing up that Dee Dee's there and he's going back home after the hospital? Were you just trying to separate those two so he would dump Dee Dee? I don't get it. Why do you care so much that Dee Dee's at his house? The problem is that Dee Dee defends him. Of course she does. And you can see that he treats her very good right now during the lives. Right. Probably for the court. Probably for the lawyers. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea where this is going, but I'll tell you, man, they're all of this content is rattling on instability. Do you not agree? Do you not feel like something's about to pop? That's why we're all holding on.
Helga, he's on probation.
Learn like magic.
Oh, shut it. Come on now. Work your way through it.
How doesn't he have to go to jail? I don't know, Helga.
Well, they know he doesn't have a car and he lives a half hour away from you. That's pretty simple. He doesn't need to sit in jail during COVID when he can sit at home with restrictions. He don't care. He didn't have a job. He doesn't have a car. They didn't really find him a threat to walk to your house.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna do anything. I don't know. I guess. Yes, BBJ has an appointment on Saturday. It's a paper trail in case anything happens. I thought I was just gonna fill out a report. I didn't think they were gonna actually go and arrest him. For real.
Well, what'd you think was gonna happen? You said, he kidnapped me. He assaulted me. S-wise. He assaulted me D-wise. What did you think they were gonna do? Go over there and knock on the door? And he's gonna make a mistake and they were gonna sit around chit-chat? No, when somebody accuses of something violent, against somebody, they're going to go lock them up until they figure out what's going on. I mean, that's just the way it works.
I didn't think that. Oh, do you want to hear what? So, did I really? Savannah Vanna, you said earlier you don't have pics of bruises, but you have vids with big ass thumbprint shaped bruises, and the big one on your face. They're there. Really?
She didn't even document any bruising. Somebody just said, well, you had that thumbprint, that thumbprint on your arm. Well, that was from their rough S time, sexy time. And then she goes, and you had a bruise on your face. And she goes, really? So, oh my God. This is like the Scooby-Doo gang. I can't.
Oh, I don't remember that, Savannah. Yeah,
See, she don't remember any bruises, Savannah. You silly ass.
on my breast, I'm not going to say those are not, but those were from sex.
There you go. What'd I just say? Willie's coming in with the scream. Yeah, Chantal thought she could handle and control what was going to happen next. Yes. And then they said, you're coming to court and you're going to sit on the stand and tell the stories. And that's when oh no, never mind.
I'm not, I had to take
Plus, she wanted that restraining order lifted.
actual oath. I'm going to be honest. His hair must be raging right now. I'm dying. Yeah. Now he's gonorrhea. I told them about that. I told them everything. They're very thorough. They ask you questions. Don't worry, Debbie. Your new mate will be back with you tomorrow. Yeah, so she this is what she has the nerve. I get video messaging, obviously, when he was arrested. And then she says, Chantal, are you really going to ruin this man's life? You know just as well as I do that he has a good heart.
How dare her reach out to you, woman to woman. How dare her. We need to save our man, Chantal. This is the same woman you ended up in bed with, by the way. Oh, snap. Coming in with a nugget. See, the funny part is, at the time, I was on board with you. But then, when you kept sneaking around and seeing him and seeing Dee Dee and hanging out with them and partying at their place, that's when it all was like, huh? What? So then you can come back to this and go, oh, this because you were mad. I got it.
He has been arrested.
In my opinion.
Spending night in jail being interrogated until tomorrow, where he needs to present himself in front of judge tomorrow. You wanted to help me out last week. I'm begging you to call me and talk about this as mature adults. Nader did not go to the police or court today. I talked him out of it. This is serious, Chantal. Try calling me. And then she said, Chantal, Nader might be going back to jail. Please stop listening to your VIBs. This is
boom with the truth berries.
Life with consequences that will affect him and
blood thinners make you bruise easy because she has blood clots.
Family.
Can't believe she flew 14, 16 hours knowing she has a history of blood clots. That's some frightening shit.
Spoke to his mom today and she's very ill. Please, Chantal, fix this. Call me. Please, I'm begging you. If you want me to leave tomorrow, I will.
Yeah, Dee Dee knew. She's like, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. But please don't do this to him. So let's see.
There is a good fucking hell. They really think this is you really think I'm just mad that you're there?
Well, you kind of told the police that. Because they asked you, if you were still with them and she wasn't there, would you have done this? And you said probably not. You just said it.
If you want me to leave tomorrow, I will. Nader is a good friend, and it breaks my heart to see this all happening. Please, Chantal, fix this, please. Chantal, I'm here in his place tonight. He was crying before cops handcuffed him to go to the station. Please, Chantal, fix this. You know deep down he does not deserve this. So finally I answered her, and I said, he physically abused me for 10 months. He deserves this. Goodbye, Debbie. See you later. You have no idea what I've been through. Like, none. That's what pisses me off. And then you just get called down here to fix everything? Like, you have no idea what this guy put me through.
Then why'd you keep going back, Chantal? Why did you retract the report? That's what doesn't make sense. I mean, I was here for you, man. I'm like, girl power. If this man's been abusing you behind the scenes and you just want him to look good so you didn't look bad, I get it, girl. I get it. But you don't go file a report, give a statement, and then retract it so you can start seeing him again. That was the bad thing.
His mom raised trash. Exactly. Like, excuse me? Like, you want me to feel sorry for him after everything he's friggin' done? And not just that, but you want me to feel sorry for his mom? I gave him money for his mom, like, to help him. And how did he repay me? Yeah. So no. Actually, I do feel bad, and that's the problem. I shouldn't.
I don't know. She doesn't show her body anymore. So there's that. She doesn't show her body anymore. She used to sit in a sports bra. We got to see, and she admitted the sex bruises. But now she doesn't show any part of her body anymore. Go figure. And she always had bruises. Even when she did whatever with Motorcycle Man, she had bruises on her arms. Yes, she did.
He should feel bad, but he doesn't. He's probably gonna try to fucking kill me or something. I'm not kidding. If something happens to me, you know what happened.
Well, now you're in Kuwait, so you can't blame it on not or now.
You defended him against May. Yeah, maybe she just doesn't believe it happened. Just like I didn't believe you're right. That's how it happens.
Yeah, she's not consistent with her medications. In fact, instead of going and getting some more, she'll take Pete's medication. I don't even know what that's about, but she's admitted to taking Pete's medication before. I don't even know for what.
Rachel Burke, how can you even be sure the money actually went to his mother? Maybe she's in a scam. I can't be sure. I can't trust a thing he says. And let's not.
But didn't you go with him to wire the money to his mother? Of course, then again, it could have been his account because he said he has an account in Egypt. He did. He said, "What? When I send money there, why would I send it back to Canada?" You never know if he's wealthy or not. You never know. Yeah, and you can bruise easily from vitamin E deficiencies too. Just getting in and out of your car, just from your seatbelt, banging your arm on a door, smacking your leg on anything. Yeah, I mean, bruises, that's just dumb.
I'll forget Dee Dee over at the trap laughing all the horrible things he says about you. Yep. You're home safe, thank God. What happening? Oh, Gail. They arrested him, but where was Dee Dee when you were crying trying to get your medical device? She wasn't feeling bad for you.
That's true. I even said that. I'm like, woman to woman, Dee Dee, go upstairs, get her fucking stuff, and give it to her.
Exactly.
But Dee Dee plays the submissive woman role. Of course, she's not been doing that lately, has she? She's been pretty verbal. So whatever.
I'm not fucking giving her the time of day.
I wouldn't either.
Let's talk like adults. Dee Dee needs to stop press charges on her with a TBO. She needs to zip it. He cannot use her to torment you. It will be a violation of TBO. Exactly, Norma Jean. That's what I should have said. It can use other people.
But then you reached out to Dee Dee and asked how you could retract the statement, and she helped you. She didn't tell you how to do it. She just said, if you feel like you did this for the wrong reasons, then you need to go in and tell them exactly that. And that's what Chantal did.
People to harass me. Chantal's bake lasagna. Say Dee Dee 3 times in the mirror and she shall appear. Bake lasagna. Sophie King, ignore the assholes. A lot of us are proud of you. Thank you, Sophie King. Always listen to you. Just start blocking people and keep them blocked. You don't need any negative energy in here. Yeah, people.
Yeah, God forbid if anybody came in and questioned her motives.
Block me, I'll block them.
Block them all.
Real man wouldn't
Block 'em.
cry and claim suicidal thoughts to avoid spending the night in jail. Nader is a little bitch. You think he did that? She made fun of you and laughed her ass off when Nader was stretching your clothes and fat shaming. They're like, can you describe him? I'm like, 130 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that.
Wow. Skinny shaming, are we?
Oh, please be careful with what you say. Don't let people bait you. Yeah, Raquel, I'm not going to.
So if somebody said, describe you, and they said, well, she shaved her head and she's around 380 pounds, that would be fat shaming.
Bees and Sam, it doesn't matter if I cry DV 1 minute or not. It doesn't change the fact that he did it. Like, people shouldn't even ask if you want to press charges. It should just happen. If somebody physically assaults somebody else, it should just happen.
Well, they would have to be there to witness it. You see how that works? If not, it's just he said, she said. That's why they generally get a restraining order, put a division between you. But then when you keep reaching out and trying to see this person, yeah, it kind of loses the credibility.
And yes, I should have gone earlier to the cops.
Yeah, months ago. And you should have quit seeing him and taking him shopping and putting up Instagram photos of the two of you having the time of your life in Toronto. Yeah, that would have helped.
But you can say that about a lot of people.
Oh, that's right. We got to compare it to everyone else's lives.
MG, can you please apologize to me and all the other women that said he was an abuser and you defended him and laughed because you let
Now they're telling her to apologize to May.
it would be a new start and a new startup piece. You were wrong. I don't know, MG, what happened. But I am sorry for May for laughing at her story. I didn't laugh at her story, but I defended him and I didn't know what happened. So I apologize for that. Never downplaying her experience, and I really hope nothing happened to her. I think I just wanted to put it out of my brain.
Well, if you've seen the text where it made it obvious that he rejected her and she was going to seek revenge for him rejecting her, why wouldn't you stick with that story? Why did it change when you needed to compare yourself to somebody? I don't get it. The truth is the truth.
Oh God, Betsy. And if something did happen to her, that is horrible.
Absolutely horrible.
And I really, really, really hope it, like, I don't know. I couldn't admit to myself that that could possibly be true.
But if he was doing it to you, how could it not be possible that it could be true? What?
No, like,
I'm so confused. Can anybody explain that to me? Like, you know when somebody goes and does something crazy, right? And everybody interviewed goes, God, he was so quiet. I never even thought he was capable. But they all knew he was a little off in the head, and he did these weird drawings and blah, 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 blah. But they just looked past all that, right? Because he was just so great. And I'm like, but generally, when somebody says, how could he, like my husband, how would he even be, there's no frickin' way, right? That's because he would never even treat me like that, right? That's usually when you make that statement. Oh boy. I mean, that's usually when you make that statement, is when they're such a good person, you couldn't even imagine in your wildest dreams they would do that.
I think maybe Dee Dee is maybe doing the same thing. She doesn't want to admit to herself it can be true, you know?
Really? So if he's not screaming in Dee Dee's face, then you're the problem. Yep. Okay. Can't face that.
Grammar police. Watch what you say. They are going to try and build something on you. Nader will pretend he wants you back. Zero contact. Just record everything he says. I will, grammar police. Don't worry.
But did she? Did she? Did she, people? No, she went back for more.
You were Nader's piggy bank.
I can't help it. I love him. When the Beezers caught you sneaking around and seeing him, they were so mad. Oh my God. Remember that? People were calling the hotel room they were at because he was in Gatineau for a court or a probation thing, and he was in a motel room, and she rented a room in the same motel. And he said, she wasn't in my room. He goes, but she was in the hotel. Oh my God.
MG.
But was she?
Thank you for apologizing. Oh my gosh.
I'll give you money if you let me come in your room.
Sorry, I don't know. Thank you, MG, for your super chat. Most often women will stay with their abusers. You did it for 2 years. I know.
That's if they live with them, they're married to them, they have kids with them, and they have this is their home together. Yeah, whole different story, Beezer. The people that stay for 2 years or leave twice and the third time's a charm is because of all the crazy they put them through with control. Well, you're not taking any of your clothes. You're not taking the kids. You're not taking your car. You're not taking any money. I'm going to take all the money out of the account. Yeah, it's a totally different scenario. Yeah, she wanted the restraining order lifted, but she still wanted him in trouble, right? Yeah.
Like, everyone's story is different and unique. You know, like, no one's story should be compared to the other. Everyone has their own story.
Then why are you comparing yours with May? Why are you trying to compare your story with Dee Dee? what her relationship with Dee Dee is. You're still doing that.
You were abused once, whether you were in an abusive relationship for 15 years. It doesn't
You walk away. You were able to drive home to the luxury villa where you had your own money in your own car. You should have stayed there, never went back.
matter. No, yes, I'm glad I don't have children with him. Been through this type of relationship, knows why you kept going back and understands what you've been through. He like actually at one point like almost convinced me like I deserved it. Like for real. That's another reason. Like
I just don't feel like you're the kind of person that, like, even being in Kuwait with Salah and people you don't know, no support system, no way to get home, and you're still able to get everything you want. You're filming whatever you want, regardless of Kuwaiti law, without a filming permit. You are still having rages on the internet, and you're still eating all the fast food you want. I just find it hard to believe that you could be persuaded into anything you don't want. I mean, that's just me watching what's going on. I thought you'd go over there and you would learn to be a Muslim or Islamic. You would follow Islamic law and Kuwaiti law. I'm actually shocked. I really am shocked that. Wow.
when the investigator asked me too, like why I would go back. Like there's a mixture of reasons.
Yeah, but what's the reason you kept going back? Did you feel you deserved it? Like, could you expand on that? Like, I've got low self-worth, and he made promises, and then when he got mad, like, we would do drugs, and he'd get mad, or we would get drunk, and he would get mad. That's very typical in an abusive house. Like, when the person's sober, they're great and fun, but then when they're drunk, they get mean and scary. You could have went over, seen him during the daytime, and just went home. Like, you could have spent years doing that until you got to know the real person. And the first time you seen that ugly, ugly, ugly monster, you should have known that it would not get better, but probably worse, and this cannot continue. End of. I wish you would have expanded on that. That would have really helped people understand why you kept going back after this.
I would have believed him, but like I felt bad. He made me feel bad.
That's very common. They do try to make you feel bad. Well, if you wouldn't have said this, or if you wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have had to do this. Hey, we get that. We get that. But you walk away when you see the red flags, before you file a police report, and you live on your own, you just never contact the person again.
Made me feel like shit. Feelings that now I honestly cannot believe I even had. Like, whenever I say a compromise.
Yeah, but look at all the people have said and done to you for 6 years on the YouTubes. And you are able to just blow those people off or give it back to them. So how did Nader able to hurt your feelings? Because you're on the internet, putting your whole life out there for, whatever, content and for just, people to criticize. And you had to learn how to be tough. And I've seen you be tough. I've seen you do stuff that it incites people to be angry at you. And you don't care. So it's just weird that you could be so butthurt over words.
My morals for him. I mean that, like, not reporting it sooner, just completely overlooking the fact that he was an abuser.
But you did report it. You even filed a report, and you did everything in your power to retract that one. So it wasn't your first rodeo. And then he was ready to move on. He didn't want you around anymore. He told you to find someone else, and you continued to show up at his house. So this is where it got weird. Just saying.
Is completely compromising my morals. But then I can call the cops on him, grammar police, and have him arrested. Like, if he breaks any of these conditions.
You broke them.
If he even, like, texts me or, like, anything, he'll go back to jail. I don't understand why you fell for him in the first place. He only knows a handful of... I don't care about the language, really, Karen. It's mostly just, like, the second day I met him, he gave me this huge sob story He
But also, the second day you met him, I covered it. You were sitting on the couch with Pete, and you said, I don't know, man. He's really aggressive. Like, he's just too much for me to handle. Remember that? So then he cried to you about what he's been through in his life and spilled his guts. And yeah, he definitely has issues. We've seen him, for sure. No one I'd want to be with. So right then, you should have just said, he's just too much for me. And just ended it. That was day 2. And this went on for 18 months. 7 months after this.
gave me a huge sob story about his life, and oh, okay, Wiccan, thank you.
What was the thing about the paper clips? I can't remember.
Exactly, Julie. He doesn't have my number, so the Crown is taking up the case against him. That's how it is, yeah, Liliana. Spurts, he should have not been violent then. Those were his...
Yeah, and then you got all upset because you found out that the Crown was going to go forward with the charges and the investigation, even though you wanted to retract your statement. I'm trying to turn a bad boy into a boyfriend material. Yep, a lot of women been through that shit, right? And they're not really bad boys. They're just insecure. And they want your energy. They love your independence. They love your ability to just live and full of life. And they want your energy. And not until they're done with you will they stop trying to control your life and your energy. And they want to bring you down with them. It's a whole thing. It's weird as shit. But you definitely don't want to get sucked into that vortex because it's a slow kill. I mean, she knew from day 2 that he was an Egyptian man, very, very, very passionate about a woman's role, a man's role. And right then you're just like, yeah, this ain't for me. Peace. I'm out.
His choices to make. No one made him be an abusive little biznatch. Actions have consequences. Exactly, Spurts. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Paper clips were her code for something bad was happening. Okay.
Like, I'm actually a little bit feeling bad for him right now.
Of course you are.
Whenever he's like, oh, whenever the guy was like, they sent him to the hospital, I like instinctively wanted to be like, really? Like,
the fuck?
so I want to hit myself. Like, remember when he threatened to release your nudes? Yeah, he better not. Max love bombs like crazy. Yeah.
And being on the internet, ladies, don't send your nudes to any man. Don't put them on the internet. Don't even take a picture of yourself nude. My God, we're in the 21st century. How do you people not know better?
Like if I like listed like in a row every single thing he did bad, you guys would be like,
then do it. Don't you want it documented on the internet? You put everything else out there.
You would probably throw up.
And you still to this day have not. You told us the one incident. And that's the only incident I think you put in that police report because you went in, or you ended up telling us that you went in and said, well, that was one night, we were both high, and I didn't know if that's just something, that happens between partners, blah, blah, blah. No, Chantal, no means no. You should have reported it and walked away that day.
When you go to court, ask for your new pics. I will. I want him to delete them in front of the judge. Natter's on parole because he stabbed people, refugee, not even Canadian, physical abuse, confinement. Natter's going to prison for a long time. I need your help. I need to find the dates. I need the links to... Does anyone know the dates or live streams where I talk about the dates of certain events? Like,
You think that would be burned in your memory? Holy crap. Yeah, that's how long it was. That's how long ago it was. It was like 10 months ago. Oh my God. And you know what? Color Purple says, what? Just curious why we're going over stuff this year old. Just curious. That's because right now our content is so damn boring, but we need to keep this stuff archived because when she comes back from Kuwait, right? And if things are about to happen in the same, I don't know, maybe pattern with Salah, we need references. And it's boring, so we're doing flashbacks.
The one where I talk about where I had to.
Because when I look to what's just occurred in the last, let's just say, so many months, because I was here for this live, and I was like, whoa, good for you. And then all the things that have occurred past that, all the way up till she went to Kuwait, just makes this crazy.
Sneak out and leave, and like where my keys were hidden. I have to like go through my stuff and find like my stuff.
Then you know what you do? You always have your purse locked in your car, in the trunk, right? I mean, I don't know why you kept going back anyway. If it was confinement and you kept hiding your keys, not letting you leave. One and done for me, sister. So anyway, I would have had a spare key underneath the wheel well of my car in a little metal box. So I could leave anytime I wanted. Everybody's got two sets of keys to their vehicles, especially a brand new vehicle, right? You get the 2 key fobs, right? You can hide that shit. That didn't make any sense.
Like,
You kept going back.
but I know a lot of you are quick to find stuff, you know what I mean? They have reaction channels to do this. I probably did a lot of those vids. I did?
Yeah, you privated the videos. And I got another question. If you were like Beezer's only chat, why didn't you do all this on a private, members only live? Why did you put this out? Ugh.
I have to move, Curly. And private my videos. I should unprivate my videos.
Yeah, you privated all those videos because when you would rage about Nader, you would take it back so that he would let you come back over.
I know April 23rd was when I said I have a boyfriend. So that's around the time I met him in April.
Yeah, you're correct.
I'm gonna give it to you. You're smart for not blocking people that give you money.
Well, she bought the vehicle brand new. I mean, now it's a 2016. She bought it brand new. So she has payments on it still. So that tells me she bought it off the lot. And if you're still paying on the damn thing, you took out like a fucking, I don't even know, 84-month payment?
Blocked you on first sight. Voice of reason have changed. Find it yourself and private your vids. Yeah, I guess I probably did. Yeah, I guess I'll have to go through Kiwi Farms has too much though. That would take forever too. The day of the incident.
So it would take too long to go on Kiwi Farms and find that date?
Fight. I know it was in the summer. I just don't remember what day. He didn't kick me that time, Cotton Candy. He shoved me though. Paper clips live.
Yes, Nancy, we can see you.
Reaction channel probably has their live title there. Oh yeah. I could probably honestly put together a whole video of evidence of me in my live streams with the dates talking about the incidents. That's what I need to do.
But you didn't really talk about it. You were just crying in your car driving home. I just want a bees. I mean, you never even said anything. People were asking you what happened, what's wrong. And you're like, no, I just want a bees, right? And then you went through, I don't know, a drive-through and shit. I don't know, you were upset. You were upset. But nobody knows why. I mean, you didn't get into specifics. It's just emotional. I hate him. I'm never going back over there again. And then you said, well, we kept breaking up a lot. I mean, it just made no sense. It was word salad. I'd be like, you know what this mother did to me all the way home? I'm never going back. And I wouldn't have.
I wonder if I could pay someone to do that. Or maybe I'll do it myself. So they said he was going to go and take action against me, and he never did. Lindsay Thomas. My whole life is chronicled, I know.
Yeah, your whole life's chronicled, for sure. I want to see if this, good goes into when she took it all back at the end. I gotta see. Or that'll be like the next. No, that was just that live stream. That was it. It was just that live stream. Whoa. So yeah, we're just taking a little flashback because when all that stuff aired, we were right on board, you know, women, you know, me too kind of thing, right? And then it got weird after that. So then people start saying, what was, so if we go back and look and we go, wait a minute, why would you, and this is going to take us all the way to Kuwait, people. So even though it was covered in that moment, there's events that occurred after that that make us go, well, look back at this. See, now it's easier to do that. She's deleted all of it. So you can't go back on her channel and line things up. And thank God for Just Saying, they archived it. A lot of people did. But I like the way Just Saying does it because it's just straight up her words, no commentary, no this, no that. We're not like getting, it's just the whole live, you know what I mean? So we're getting it as it happened. Hindsight is 20/20, is it not? So anyway, and it's entertaining right now because that was like the biggest arc of her channel. And right now, until she comes home, not so much. She's doing a lot of trying to use controversy to get views. And I'm not into that. I find that to be disturbing, so I don't want any part of that. So, there you have it. Oh, my head's going, yes, we don't need to be scarred by her. She's scarred her own self. Yes. But Queen of WTF and Barbecue Chicken, they did short clips. I want the archive of the whole live. So when I'm covering certain things, I don't want it to get, we pulled out the best part. I want to get the whole thing, boring and all. I want to feel the mood change. I want to feel the, what worked you up into this. I want you to fumble on your words. I want you to have your second thoughts all live. You know what I'm saying? So we can see what sparked it. And it was Dee Dee. It got really ugly once Dee Dee arrived on the scene. It really did. The rest was just her, you know, raging at him when she was mad at him. And then she would forgive him, and then they'd be back together. And then the Beezers were getting madder and madder because she made him believe that he was dangerous and mean and terrible. And we've seen other YouTubers do that. It's, you know, it's something they do when they want to have a hug group, right? They'll make somebody like look really bad when they want everybody to surround them. I mean, we know people do that. We've seen it on YouTube a million times. So you got to bring receipts and facts, or it's going to look like a con job. Yeah. So when you disprove yourself, it's good that you have a running story so that you can look back and go, whoa. So if you were so adamant, then why did you go and do this next? See, that's what life's all about. Sophia, right? Shelly, are you prepared for this blizzard? No, I'm not. I'm going right now. I have a list of things. I've made a list of some provincials, right? That, anyway, I will use these anyway. But I want them in my house in case we get locked in. I want to fill my gas tank. We got to fill Max's gas tank. In case we lose power, we won't be able to, if everyone loses power, we won't be able to pump gas, but we'll have enough gas to get to somewhere we would go that's got fireplaces and generators. So we are prepared for plan B, but if we can ride it out in the house, if it's only going to be like a 48-hour thing, then chances are, depends on what the temps dip to, how bad it gets, I don't know, but we've got Max. Max got kitchen, bed. If you haven't seen Max, we've been building out a van. We're not completely done yet, but yeah, we could hang out in Max if we have to, even in the driveway. So I'm just getting things that are necessary, and we have a cooking camp stove with little green propane containers. So I'm just getting some things that if we had to, use Max for heat, we'll have a full tank of gas, right? And we'll have the car full of gas. Oh, we will find ways. So we're just getting smart. I'm getting some LED. We got plenty of LED lights. I've got 4 light switches that are battery operated LED that light up everything. I've got spotlights. I've got 2 big chargers that are fully charged right now, so we can charge our cell phones if we need to call people. So yeah, we got a lot of plans right now, and today I'm going out to get the Kleenex. We even have a toilet for Max. We even have a toilet for Max. So I'm going out to get jugs of water. We can fill up the whole bottom of that toilet with the water, and it actually flushes, right? See? You should always be prepared, people. But we do have a location we can go to. If we run out of power and it's not, you know what I mean? It's because of the wind chill and not a snow blizzard. I don't know what's coming, but I'm going to document it for you guys. Won't that be something? I'm going to document it. And if we end up sleeping in Max just to have heat, I'll film it all. You got tons of the LED lights? Me too, and I have a ton of batteries. So there you go. We're going to stay safe. Yeah, for sure. The only concern is if we lose electricity and heat. We even have a refrigerator that goes in Max and just plugs into the 12 volt. So we have all that stuff. Yeah, we'll take Willie with us and the Chihuahuas, but we're prepared. If we have to stay in Max, we'll stay in Max. Seriously, why not? Why do you think we built it? But we're not done with it. We need the solar on it. We need the fuse boxes. We need the lithium batteries are $700 a piece. We just thought, why do it now? It's winter. Let's just wait till the spring and save up money and put the investment into the lithium batteries. We have the solar. It's upstairs. So we got that ready. And then we need to get the fuse box, the inverter, right? So those are pricey things. We got to put about another $2,000 into Max. So like I said, anytime I get cash apps, while I'm live for a tip, it all goes to Max. All of it goes to Max. I'm with you. I'm in the Redford area. I'm looking forward to the snow and cold. I pray we don't lose power. Me too. I'm not looking forward to it either. You have a generator and a fireplace? That's good. Yeah, the location we can go to, we have 4 fireplaces and massive generators. Yes, we got seats in Max. I got a seat belt. So we're ready. We're ready. I don't care. I'm ready for the adventure. I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to document it all. It's going to be nuts. If we get what they say we're going to get, it's going to be nuts. And I'm going to do a timeline. I'm starting with this beautiful sunny day. No snow on the ground. And waiting for all hell to break loose tomorrow. I'm going to document it. Because it's probably going to be epic. So just keep an eye on my notifications. All right, guys, I got to get off. I got some emergency supplies to go get. Thank you guys for being here. Love y'all. Bye.